live.
Yay! We're live! Okay. Hello and welcome to the Roll Plus Bond 7th anniversary charity stream. We are a community of tabletop game nerds, and every year we run a charity stream to celebrate the anniversary of our server. This year, we are raising money for the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, a long-standing organization that works to ensure the health and safety of all Palestinian children during and beyond medical crises. If you are able to do so, this life-saving organization. That is the end of my script because I fell asleep partway through writing it. We are at the wonderful time of fuck knows o'clock. I asked everybody how we were doing today, and Rebus was like, "I'm having dinner," and he was like, "I'm making breakfast." So this is where we're at. Welcome to round 2 of Animal Game. If you're like, wow, I'm into animal games, don't worry, this is another one.
We got you.
Today we will be playing Horse Girl, a game that I made. What was that?
We got you.
Animal Game. We got you. We have your back. I'm gonna be running a game that I wrote called Horse Girl. And it is a silly and fun animal friendship kind of adventure-y kind of vibe. Okay. I should probably introduce myself. I'm gonna introduce myself, and then we're gonna go in Discord order, so we're gonna...
Then you can get the itch bundle, which is being advertised in the chat probably, which contains
I think
like
we dropped
1,000
out
games
briefly.
with not very much money. Don't worry, I'll keep talking. It's all good. I am VT Hazard. I use the she/her pronouns.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, I mean
Looks
the stream
like-
is running currently.
Yeah. Cool.
My computer completely said it didn't have internet for a second there. So,
That's comforting.
yeah, but Cindy's gonna come and do backup hosting. I should still be good to play, but I don't think my internet would like to host right now. Even though it was fine yesterday.
Yeah.
Yay!
Saturdays.
okay.
Yeah, we have to have technical difficulties because it's...
Australian
This is part of
internet.
life, you know?
Isn't it?
It's all good.
Listen,
Hey.
if you're having technical difficulties, don't write in because you have no internet.
Yeah, I wrote the message that
Cindy,
internet
hello.
died,
Thank
and
you
that
so much
was
for stepping in.
just as it disconnected. And I was like, well, I guess they'll see my internet died when it's back.
Hello and welcome back to our exciting installment of Horse Girl, the game that we are playing, that we will be playing now for the next several hours. We were in the middle of player introductions. Technical difficulties occurred, as you know, as is the way. Shout outs to Remus, shout outs to Cindy. We're here, we're queer. Let's play a game about horses and girls and horse girls. All right. I introduced myself. B introduced himself. Fee, bale of hay, over to you.
I catch it in one hand, and you know, then I've got it, I guess. I'm VT Hazard. She/her pronouns. If you like TTRPGs, you should buy them. There's an itch bundle. It's on itch.io. It's for the PCRF. It contains some of my games. It's good value. Buy it. Don't not buy it. And hey, maybe donate to the stream, eh? Eh? I can be found at Philo Hazard pretty much anywhere, eh? What if that was my thing? What if I just said, comma, eh?
I don't know. Wait, think about
I
it.
do like a yeah. I'll think of. I'm workshopping it. That's what I'll be
Yeah,
doing over
workshop
the
it.
course of this stream. I do a cool backflip, and like cut the bale in half with like a cool impact frame. But then both pieces do end up over by Remus.
Ah, that's me. I pick the pieces up and smush them back together. Hi, I'm Remus. I use he/they pronouns. Yeah, that's me. I'm here. Australian internet at 8 p.m. on a Saturday is apparently bad.
You know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes the internet is bad, but you know what's really, really good? Horses.
So true.
That's
Yeah,
what I
there's a lesson
know.
to be learned in that.
That's what I know to be true in my heart of hearts. Um,
And I'm
Rumda.
Rumda. I use she/they pronouns. And yeah, I don't have really anything to promote because I do nothing else.
Well, there we go. Hey, you know, listen, it's us and a bale of hay together. So something will happen over the next couple hours. Uh, Alrighty. Okay, let me think about how I'm going to talk about this game. Okay. Horse Girl, again, it is a very silly game about horses and girls and horse girls. It takes a very specific kind of personality to love and be invested in and care for horses all the time. There's the whole horse girl trope, etc. And you know, we're gonna be channeling that energy at the very horse girl time, for me at least, of 4:17 a.m. Um, just, you know, making a general announcement, I do have a little bowl of overnight oats ready to go when I am hungry, which again, I feel like is just tapping into the horse girl
Ah.
energies.
That's
And
actually the most appropriate time to have overnight oats because it's overnight. Rhonda is apparently very quiet, and Emily is very loud.
oh no.
Okay.
I'm so
Continue.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Is this any better?
Oh,
We should
it's
probably both talk so that people can hear the difference.
that is
Yeah.
true. I'm talking right now.
Yep. Yeah, we should definitely both talk so they can see
Yep,
if they
yep,
can
yep.
hear us all.
Indeed, here. Mocha says yes.
Yep.
I'm
Cool,
assuming
cool.
I
that's a
don't
good
know
thing.
what that was in response to though.
Yes.
Much better.
Very
Okay, good.
much better.
We win.
Mocha's
Good.
famous catchphrase. Yes.
Uh,
Uh, Thank you, those in chat. Shout outs to Twitch chat. For real, for real.
mhm.
Okay. It's a silly game. We're horse girls. Let's get to it. Oh, it should be, I should note. This is a lasers and feelings hack. We'll get into that later. But for now, first I'm gonna go over donation incentives for this stream before I forget. You can tell that I really didn't want myself to forget what the donation incentives were because I took a screenshot and put them in twice. All right. So, donation incentives, and we can come up with more as the stream goes on if we want to. Every time anyone makes a horse pun, feel free to donate $1. Or more. You know, you're always welcome to donate more. Add a dice to a player's roll for $5. You know, if you're like, wow, I really want this to go well, or I just want to add another dice for, you know, shits and giggles of it all. Feel free to contribute $5 or potentially more than $5. And then the last one will be explained in the slides. But $10 if you want Punch to do something disruptive, helpful, or funny. And you know, we'll get into what that means as the slides go on. Okay, Cindy, if you can go to our next slide. Yay! Okay, great. Real quick, NPC, this is Kulon, Sharav. They have been running the horse sanctuary out to pasture for many years after their wife passed away. And they basically were like, I was racing horses and now I run a remote horse sanctuary on a little island that takes like an hour to get to by ferry. It's a whole vibe, it's a whole energy. This is the farmer character who's like kind of running the program that these teens and tweens are participating in. What if kind of fucked up and weirdo kids hung out with fucked up and weirdo horses, and together an unbreakable bond was forged. And that is the power of Out to Pasture. So this is Kulon. They're like sort of grumpy, but not actually like mean. And I think just overall, pretty brusque, and quiet. Fee, I really do like how you quoted Maka and then purposely put the wrong year. That's what an incredible
Mhm.
what an incredible move. Um, okay. Anyway, Cindy, if we could go to the next slide.
I mean, I do assume that Mocha said yes at some point in 2024. I don't think that's an inaccurate quote.
I
know, I
think I
agree
can
with you.
remember them saying it.
Yeah, I can remember them saying yes in 2024 for sure. Anyway, this is Suffolk Punch. I realize with this slide order that I'm just introducing the NPCs first, but whatever. I feel like it's building anticipation. Anyway, in case you're wondering who Punch is, this is Punch. Punch, as you can tell, or maybe if you're not looking at the screen, Punch is a very fluffy and dense miniature horse. I when I was looking up miniature horses, I initially Googled miniature horse dense, and this was one of the first images that popped up. And then for like to really test my theory, I just looked up miniature horse, and this horse image did not appear. So Punch, Punch is a
didn't?
dense. No, Punch did not appear in the initial Google image search. I don't know where he was, but I had to I was scrolling and I did not see him. So Punch is out here being a very dense miniature horse. Uses any pronouns because fuck you, I'm a horse. Punch was originally going to be a petting zoo horse, oh, the children will ride Punch and it will be so adorable, and that did not work out well at all. And Punch has been
Yeah, we
at the
don't
horse.
talk about what happened.
We don't talk about what happened. We simply do not. We never speak of that. Punch was so Punch has been out to pasture for several years, which is really funny because it sounds like they passed away, but no, they're at the horse sanctuary called
They're
Out to
literally out to
Pasture.
pasture.
Exactly. And Punch is dense, fearless, and vicious. They are, I think, the unofficial unsanctioned guardian of Out to Pasture. And don't worry about it. If you want Punch to do something interesting, donate $10 or more. Anyway, we should probably get into who these horses and who these girls are for this game. Cindy, if you could go to the next slide. Thank you so much. All right. Here are our PCs for, I was gonna say, the evening, morning time, whatever, for this stream. So we have an equal number of horses and girls. Girls in this case is an expansive term. Really, it's just like a small a child, a teen or tween. And then we have two horses.
I love how you say that, but there's 3 horse images.
I know, it's my favorite thing. Well, listen, I was
Uh-huh.
like, "B, do you have a vibe for Callie, like a phase cast?" And B was like, "Nah," and I was like, "All right, unicorn emoji it is." So you might think that Callie
Perfect.
Bastion is a unicorn in real life, but no, she's just a unicorn girl.
I mean,
Um,
she probably wants to be. Very much wants
That's
to be.
true. I mean, we'll find that out as we go through. Who our little Blorbos are. Okay. I think for ease, we're just gonna continue going in Discord order if that's all right.
Mhm.
So B, we're gonna start with you. Who is your character?
Yeah, I can just kind of go through my character sheet if that's good.
Absolutely, go for it.
So I am playing a girl. I am Callie Bastion, she, her. Um, Physical description is long blonde braids, round features, jeans covered in rhinestone butterflies. She often has glittery star stickers on her face. Her style is sparkles, and what sets her apart is glitter. Her dream is to travel to another world and go on a life-changing adventure. And my rival and also my horse is Miracle Blood, the most beautiful horse in the world. My bond with my horse is unrequited and absolute devotion. I knew that we would be bonded for life immediately. And in terms of gameplay, my number is 5, meaning that I'm very good at horse and not very good at girl.
Yeah, an important part about this game is that you have two, because it's a lasers and feelings hack, right? Means you got two stats. Obviously, your two stats for horse girl are girl and horse. And what's fun about this game is that you can have a girl who's really good at horse. You can have a horse that's really good at girl. It all depends on kind of the skills you want to emphasize. Um, and yeah, mm-hmm.
So the
That's
unicorn
Callie.
is very fitting for Callie, yeah,
Mhm.
This
because
is
Very
very
she's
much so.
fitting,
more
yes.
horse than girl. Mhm.
Correct. Does Callie like okay, I don't know what Callie actually wants to be when she grows up, but like would she want to become a unicorn? Or she just really love unicorns?
I think she just really loves unicorns. Yeah.
Mhm. Totally fair. I figured I'd ask.
Mhm.
Excellent. Oh, Callie, why are you here at Out to Pasture, a remote horse sanctuary island, where also teens and tweens can spend a summer instead of like doing other stuff like summer school?
Yeah, so Callie has like a decent home life. I want that to be like a part of the character. But she's 13 and trans, and that's just a difficult age to be. So she runs away a lot, both from home and school. So her parents were like, we know that she loves horses a lot. So what if we sent her to an island where there are horses, where she will not and cannot run away for any reason? So that's like a nice. They're trying to be nice by sending her to this horse farm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I feel like so y'all are here for like the summer, doing working on the farm and helping out and everything. And your parents 100%, like you get a postcard from them every week. Um and rain or shine, whatever, that hour-long ferry that it takes to get from the mainland to out to pasture, like you get that all the time.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right, we've got Callie, who is incredible and glittery and sparkly. And now we've got Fee. Fee, who are you playing?
Hello, hello. I am playing Mo, she, her pronouns. She is a horse. She's kind of like a raggedy grey horse. This horse could be anywhere between 16 and 1,000 years old. She constantly regards you with a vague determination and unearned and unerring sense of distrust. Um, she wears a cool scarf. She has a dream to settle a debt, and her rival is death itself. Her horse number is 2. She is very good at girl, but not especially good at horse, despite, ironically, being a horse. There's poetism in there. Do I have to say anything else? Is that good?
What's your bond with your person?
Oh, my bond is with Miles, and it's circus work. Not to me, not if it's my monkeys.
What does your bond feel like?
It only feels right and just when they're here.
Fantastic. I
Nay.
think Mo is a per I think Mo is a I think Mo is a perfectly normal horse. Um what was it? Oh, what brought you to Out to Pasture?
Her previous owner passed away, or left her here and then passed away.
Yeah, for sure. And you've been in Out to Pasture for a while now, right?
Yeah, like 5 years easily.
Awesome. All right, we have a veteran member of Out to Pasture, and now we also have Miles.
It's me. I'm Monkeys.
Um,
I'm playing.
I forgot I said that and then thought that was your character name. I'm very confused.
No. I'm playing Miles, who's 14. Their style is medieval fair. What sets them apart is they have a big sword. They're short, scrappy, and in a knight's costume that their mum helped them make. They have a dream to convince their family that they can have a horse, specifically this horse.
I love Miles. I love Miles so much.
Mhm.
Miles,
Their
who's your
rival, yeah, their rival is the coolest girl in the world. I don't know who decided if that was a specific girl or the concept of, and maybe it's both.
Mhm.
Maybe it is. Who can say?
Find out.
Sometimes it's way to find out who the coolest girl in the world is. Fantastic. What's your bond with Mo?
Yeah, my greatest adventuring companion.
And when did you know that you would be bonded for life?
On our first ride together, I just knew this was the horse for me. No other horse. It's this one.
It's an old lady
My
horse who
number
stares
is
at every. Oh, sorry.
and my number is 4, which means I'm better at horse than girl. So yeah, Mo and I've got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Mo's good at girl, and Miles is good at horse, and together you can do anything.
Exactly.
Anything can be achieved. I love Miles. Miles, why are you at to pasture for the
I
summer?
kept getting suspended for bringing my sword to school. And so my parents thought that if they sent me out here, maybe I'd get it out of my system and be less invested in being a knight all the time.
Your parents were like, "We love and support you, and also you can't keep bringing a sword to school and challenging people to do quests and duels and stuff.
Yeah.
Please."
Yeah.
Incredible. And last, but certainly never least, Rumda, you're playing a horse named Miracle Blood.
Yes. Miracle Blood is a tall flaxen chestnut thoroughbred colt, 2 years old, and absolutely knows how strong and beautiful he is. His pronouns are he, him, and problem. His rival is that annoying sparkly thing, Callie Bastion. His style is shit kicker. And his bond with Callie is I will absolutely kill anyone else who hurts her. And yeah. He wants the bond to grow. So Callie will help him achieve victory and all the carrots.
Perfect. Absolutely no notes. I mean, like he is a beautiful, beautiful horse. What was I going? What's your dream that you have?
Oh yes, my dream is to wage an epic battle and emerge at last blooded and triumphant.
Fantastic. What sets you apart besides being really strong and really beautiful?
Oh, a nice cozy blanket.
Is it like the coziest blanket out of all the other ones?
Oh, definitely.
Amazing. What's your number for, on the scale of horse to girl?
Oh, my number is 5.
Can you just remind us what that means? What does a 5 mean?
That means I'm as horse as I can get.
I love this
Exactly.
game.
Matching Callie.
Exactly. We have a horse who's really good at girl. We have a girl who's really good at horse, and we have a girl who's really good at horse, and a horse that's really good at horse. All of these teens and tweens are totally normal, and everything's gonna be great. Uh, okay, awesome. These are our characters for the next few hours. Um, I love and cherish them. It's very good. Um, okay. So we have our characters set up. We have the general premise established. Cindy, if you could go to our last slide where we will just be kind of hanging out and living in um for, the next few hours. Um Fantastic. Welcome to Out to Pasture Horse Sanctuary.
Punch
Um
is so
the
little.
Punch is so tiny. I need you to know that I was tempted to make her like a little smaller, but then wanted her to still be visible. Um, so it's the same image of Punch as was previously shown. I just condensed it a bit because Punch is so dense. And
Mm.
Punch is off in the distance there, guarding the farm. Um,
Mhm.
and I literally have the pronunciation pulled up right now, and I'm still probably gonna get it wrong. But there is that island town in Virginia called Chincoteague, and I apologize to all
Bless
the
you.
Virginians out there. Did I get it correct?
I don't know.
Fuck it.
I'm
Oh,
Australian.
okay. You said bless
I
you.
said
Now I
bless you.
understand. Thank
Yeah.
you. I will take any and all blessings. Um But yeah, so there's like a horse island, and there was that really like popular book series Misty of Chincoteague. And that was like a whole thing. I never actually read the books, but I thought they were really cool and the cover art was awesome. Um I think it's a similar vibe for Out to Pasture, except like more remote and less touristy. Um I mostly put the Chincoteague image there for like the picture of like the ship coming in, and there are the horses on the island. Um and yeah, so I think Out to Pasture is very much like it is the only thing on this island. Um Really, there might be like a post office and like a pharmacy and maybe a little like a feed store and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just Out to Pasture, out chilling. Um, and because it's this island, I don't imagine the horse farm being like super huge and sprawling. I think that it's like it's a manageable size. It's small, but it's not like tiny. The horses still all have room to like roam and stuff. I don't think there are a ton of horses at Out to Pasture. Um, and I don't think that there are a ton of kids out there either. I think this is a pretty like, it takes a special kind of person to be like, yo, I'm instead of going to summer school, I'm gonna spend a summer on a remote island hanging out with horses and a weird grumpy farmer. Um
That sounds like
and
a dream.
good news, you are that kind of special person. Um But, giddy up, let's go. Let's get into it. You'll notice that I just said a horse pun, or at the very least a horse phrase, which if you would like, you can donate $1 for, or more,
Do
to
you have
the
many horse
Palestinian.
puns at the ready?
You know what? I considered making a list, and instead I was like, well, I'm just gonna do what feels right.
Yeah, you
Um,
decided to
Follow
rein
your
yourself in a
heart.
bit.
yeah, you know, I'm really good at committing to the horse bit, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as time goes on. Stares directly into the camera. But yeah, as we play this game, please feel free to donate to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. They do a lot of really important and good work, and they save lives. It is worth donating to.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think okay. I think we'll start off with like our fun little montage sequence of all of you, or at least I should say the two children, um, getting onto the ferry that will take you to Out to Pasture. And this is, you know, this is the start of the summer. I think it is. I don't really know where this island is in relation to anything. I'm probably just gonna say it's like Chincoteague. But so, you know, I think the weather's pretty like muggy and hot. The sun is really bright, the ocean is really like blue and green and sparkling. As you all as the two of you, I should say, head out on this ferry to Out to Pasture. What's like the what does the camera see as Callie and character name that I totally
Miles.
absolutely know. Miles, thank you. What's the shot of Callie and Miles
Um,
respectively?
yeah, is it implied that we've been here before because we have these bonds with these horses?
So I'm thinking this is kind of like a flashback sort of. I think
Yeah,
that by
okay.
the
So the
time we
first
start like
time.
yeah, like you know, you're heading out and then yeah, it's the first time you're heading to Out to Pasture, and I think we're gonna like do a little flash forward of like a month in, you know, and you've now had these bonds with these horses.
Okay. I think the shot then, for Miles is them at the front of the ship, in their like night gear, which I don't think the armor they have is actually metal. I've
Okay,
been
thank God.
picturing it I've been picturing it like crocheted, honestly.
Oh my God, that's
Um,
amazing. Did they crochet it
mhm.
themselves?
I think their mum did most of it, but they have done some of it, and you can tell which bits they did. Um, the tension, not great. They're still learning. Um,
I
but
mean,
it's oh yeah.
if we're talking about Virginia in the summer, wearing crocheted armor is going to be almost as bad as wearing metal armor. Honestly,
Yeah, that
That's
is
true.
true.
I don't know, maybe
Are we
it's made of cotton and not wool.
maybe.
maybe that's a lot. It's more breathable.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what
mhm.
Virginia's like. I've not been there.
Hot. Um,
But yeah, the shot is them as far forward on the ship as they can be, pointing their sword out over the ocean.
that's amazing. I think I do need a quick shot then, of Mo, just chilling on Out to Pasture. What's the shot in response to Miles' sword pointed into the middle distance, near towards this island that you live on?
So it is a shot of Mo at a distance. It is her from like different angles as it is like zooming in. She is stood as a solitary figure, sat like under a tree, or like standing underneath a tree, chewing slowly. And it takes a few shots before you realize that in every single shot, Mo is glaring directly at the camera. Big, tall, kind of gaunt horse. She looks like she has lived 1,000 lifetimes. She is kind of gray and kind of speckled. Um, just like a kind of raggedy gray scarf hanging around her neck. Regards the camera with just a kind of impassive air of like deep distrust.
Amazing. Shout outs once again to Cindy. She's added a horse pun command into the Twitch chat to count the number of horse puns. So I really gotta like step up my game here and actually think of some horse puns. We can also do this collectively. And audience, feel free to participate. But thank you,
Mhm.
Cindy. Shout outs.
I don't know if this counts as a horse pun, but I feel like you shouldn't look this horse gift in the mouth.
Yeah, there we go. I'd say that counts. It's a
Excellent.
wordplay at the
Cindy also
very
says it
least.
counts.
Well,
Fucking
there
A,
we
let's
go.
go.
Let's
Uh-huh.
go. This stream game will have raised $2, maybe. You know what? Yeah. Okay, so we get the shot of Miles pointing the sword, and then we get the shot of Mo staring directly at the camera, just kind of grumpy and distrustful. Callie, what's your shot on the ferry? What are you up to?
Yeah, I feel like we get like a shot of like almost like a blinding number of like rhinestones on Callie's jeans, just like reflecting back at the camera. She's got these like rhinestone butterflies all over her jeans.
She's as glittery and sparkly as the ocean right now.
Very much so. Yeah. I think she's got like sunglasses on, and I think she has like a crew neck like sweater.
Mhm.
You know, like the college logo where like it just has the college font.
Yes,
I think it
yes.
just says
Mhm.
horse in the college font.
I want this. I want this shirt.
What color is it?
Um,
I need to know.
it's pink. It's the color of my Monster Energy drink.
So, okay.
And you know what? She's drinking a Monster Energy drink because
There we
Fuck
go.
yeah.
she's 13.
Listen,
Perfect.
she's 13. Her parents were like, "Oh my gosh, we love you so much," and you were like, "Okay, whatever. It's monster drink time."
Going to horse college. I need all
Going to
the
horse
energy to appreciate the horses. Yeah.
What's
I feel
the
like she's
expression?
maybe got like a little book. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You keep going, and I'll ask my question.
Um, I think she's just got like a little book full of like horse facts and stuff like that. Also,
Is she reading it right now? Is she powerful enough to withstand potential seasickness?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, immense. Um, that's excellent. I'm imagining that Callie's like reading this like it's the Bible, you know, like this is the book
Hmm.
that will save your life, kind of thing. Like with that kind of energy and concentration. Does that sound accurate to you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, very
Ab-
studious.
Fantastic. As she is poring over the sacred text, what's the shot of Miracle Blood?
Yes,
Ramda?
Miracle
Hey, what's
Blood
up?
is just lying in his stall right now. Just lying on just bed of straw, blanket on, just sleeping. It's, like mid-morning at this point, but they've not been
Yeah.
able to, get him out yet. And he's just there, lying. And then, maybe an hour later, we see him again, out in the pasture, just charging up and down it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just
Fantastic.
running stupidly fast.
Yeah. The couple other horses are like, oh shit, okay.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes. Um, Another important thing that I should mention. Uh, yeah, this game is silly. It's about animal friendships. The premise is like typically horses don't speak like people do. So you know this is not necessarily a world of talking animals, TM. However, obviously, as you play your horses, and because you and your people have unbreakable, unshakable, sacred bonds, You can certainly communicate with each other. So if you want to just like talk to one another, that's totally fine. But no one else is gonna understand what it is you're saying. Um, just because, otherwise, lounging outside, lounging. Oh, Twitch chat is good actually. Um, okay. So that's the energy. So that was like the intro. Everything is sparkly and beautiful. The weather is immaculate. I mean, it is definitely hot and muggy. So, it's not necessarily like the most ideal summer day, but heading towards Out to Pasture, it just looks gorgeous. And then I think we cut to a month in. And it is 4 a.m. and raining. And Callie and Miles have got to get up and do work with their horses. I think you gotta brush out the stables and you gotta brush the horses. And again, I cannot stress enough, it is 4 a.m. It is raining. Everything is dark. And Kula, the farmer, just kind of at this point expects you to just do your thing. There's no like wake up or like official like yep, this is when you're supposed to be up. Like they're just like, yeah, no, you know what to do. So yeah, how we feeling now at this point in time?
I think Miles is a very chipper, constantly has energy sort of kid. So I think they're up and getting that horse feed, like humming a little tune.
Fantastic. Miles is ready to go. Miles is like, neither neither rain nor shine will prevent me from giving Mo her breakfast.
Juggling this big bucket of feed with also carrying my big sword.
I was about to say, you also have your big sword with you? I do have to ask, what material is this sword made out of?
That's a great question. I think it's probably
Yeah,
wooden.
that's the only real part of the outfit.
That would be very funny. Yeah, fuck it. It's made of metal, but it's not like sharp.
Okay, got it. It's not actually dangerous.
It's like a theater
Well,
sword, you know?
It's still a metal bat, even if it's not sharp.
That's why I kept getting suspended.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Listen, could it hurt people? Absolutely. Is it like super, super, super mega sharp? No. Amazing.
It does
So
bludgeoning damage, not slashing damage.
yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. I think thunder rumbles and the rain pours down just a little harder. But you are whistling, you are in like rain gear, you've got your sword in one hand and the horse feed in the other. And you are clip-clopping on over to the stables. The smell pretty strong. Especially with the rain. Um, but yeah, there you are, and you go to attend to your duties. Callie, how are you feeling at 4 a.m. in a rainstorm?
My instinct is also that Callie is a morning person.
I love this.
I feel like Callie has maybe a little bit more of the phrase that's coming to mind is like unhinged energy of just like, oh my God, I get to work with horses. This is the best thing in the world. This is the only thing that I can imagine ever loving as much as I do. So I feel like like she probably gets up like a little bit early and is like ready to go right at 4 o'clock. And it's like, okay, that's the time that we go take care of the horses. So I have to be ready to go take care of the horses. And yeah, I feel like she's always got her like sparkly, shiny things on, even if it's like even if she's getting dirty in them, I don't think she cares about that much. It's not like a pristine, sparkly, shiny kind of thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's less about like my perfect things and it's more about my fun things that I have on me. Yeah, for sure. Love this. I like to I like I like to think like so it's raining, it's dark out. We see like the unhinged, excited glint in Callie's eye, and then we see the glint off of the metal sword. And the both of you are just heading out. We established that y'all know each other from school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do we think that we become like are we friends at this point? How are we feeling about each other?
I think friends.
yeah, I think friends seems good.
Fantastic. Love this.
We're both like
Um,
equally earnestly invested in horses.
yes, or and I feel like, it's almost as sacred and magical and unbreakable as the bond between a horse and a girl is the bond between horse girls. So,
Mhm.
it all works out that way. Um, so y'all are heading over. I think that I'm picturing you like chatting to one another as you head out. I think there's a shot of Kulan just looking real tired and kind and vaguely frowning at the rain. Like in the distance, like sees like is like what is like sees you and it's just like, "Ugh, okay, good for them." Um, and is heading over to deal with Punch because I don't think anyone else can deal with Punch. Um, but yeah, they're the rest of you. And then so we get to the stables. What are Mo and Miracle Blood's vibes? How do they feel about the weather? Do they like the rain?
No, not at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think
So we
well
get
enough. I think she likes it about
okay.
as much as she likes anything else, which isn't saying a lot.
Alright, she's not behaving much differently than how she usually does. Oh, fantastic. Um, yeah, and I think y'all start your day of just like doing your horse chores and stuff like that. I'll say that this is an opportunity for just like free role play and y'all just hanging out and chilling out. Um, have no fear. The threat that y'all will have to deal with as part of playing Horse Girl will be presented. But I want to give you some time to horse around, and all that fun stuff. Um,
I
so
think that
yeah, I mean
counts as
like
a pun.
it does count as a pun.
Definitely.
It 100% counts as a pun. I think we've
Inform the bot. I ring like a gong.
three whole dollars potentially. You know what? I'll donate.
Yeah, I
However,
was
horse
thinking
bucks.
I'll match the horse puns.
There we go.
The
You
horse team.
together we'll raise several dollars. Um, fantastic. But yeah, this is an opportunity to free role play and chill and spend time and tend to your bond. A brief note about the bond. It is an official thing in the game, Horse Girl. And what it is let me scroll down. When I really should have had that open, and instead I'm scrolling. Do. Here we go. The bond between a horse and a girl is sacred, magical, and eternal. The extent to which the bond outwardly manifests is up to you as players. Like, do you want the bond to be more metaphorical, or realistic? Do you want the bond to be like an actual magical force that other characters can see? Um, Regardless of how fantastical or realistic the bond is, know that your characters take it very, very seriously. The bond is genuine and real to them, and therefore it is genuine and real to you. Villains who threaten your bond seek to separate you, use the strength of your friendship for their own power, and in general want to twist it to serve their own ends. The bond is nothing mechanical. It's just there because it's the backbone of this game. Um, but I just wanted to emphasize that in terms of why do we keep talking about this bond? It's because it's real and it's magical and it's eternal.
We didn't list it
anyway.
in the touchstones, but I've been
Mm-hmm.
thinking about the Neverending Story and Atreyu
Ooh,
and
that's a
his
good
Totally,
horse.
one.
100%. That's a
Yeah,
really good vibe.
The poor
Um,
depressed horse.
God
yeah.
bless him. um, I won't go through I won't go through all of our touchstones, but I know for me, I was thinking about like Aragon and Saphira from the Aragon series. I was thinking about Toothless and Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. And I
I have a
know that we
toothless tattoo
what? That's so
Hmm.
cool.
of the book version.
Mhm.
Oh, that's really
Nice.
good. I like how I love how different the book version is to the movie version.
Yeah.
And I'll say here that I'm a poser and I haven't actually read the books, but I did have a friend who did read the books before seeing the movie. So I
They're
know
so
of the books.
different, but both
I
good.
know. They're so exactly. I really like when they're so different, but both good in their own ways. Um, some of our other touchstones. Rum, did you want to talk about your touchstone real quick? Mostly because I
Yeah.
can't say the name of this anime.
Yeah. So the last year since it came out globally, I kind of unfortunately fell deeply into Uma Musume in every way,
Good.
and ended up very much learning and looking into like all the horses I've actually depicted in that game, within that franchise. And yeah, so much so that the face claim I'm using for Miracle Blood is actually one of the horses that has had an anime version made of them. It is Gold City, and he was in the late 80s was regarded as like the most beautiful horse in the world.
I mean,
Whoa.
because he is. Look at him. He's the most beautiful horse in
Mhm.
the world. Fantastic. Awesome. Does anyone else want to shout out any touchstones while we're here in this on this little touchstone tangent?
I feel like sports anime is a big one for me. Just
Mhm,
like
mhm.
teens bonding over something that they like love very deeply.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. I think in my mind, this game of Horse Girl is like it's sort of in like it's sort of like a Ghibli movie. But what if a Ghibli movie was also a sports anime? That to me is the kind
God,
of
that would be
energy.
so good.
Wouldn't that be
Mhm.
amazing? Stares directly into the camera. Get on it. Get on it. Um,
Mhm.
but I think those are the energies. It's like those for me. Yeah, it's the shots of like stillness and nature and just like kind of quiet mundane moments and conversations, and then it's also the like glint in the eye, like fire igniting. I will brush my horse so good. And you know that kind of stuff. With the power of friendship, anything is possible. Um, you know that kind of thing. Fee, do you want to talk about
Yeah.
Bebo?
Bimbo.
Mhm.
The only touchdown that I added is my little cat man from Monster Hunter Wilds, who they can speak the human tongue, which I don't care for. So I immediately turned that shit off, and I just have this little guy who follows me around and meows occasionally, and plays a trumpet, and yeah,
Oh.
his name is Bebo, which is BEEBOH, comma. So that you have to have like a pregnant pause on the end of his name.
It's
You know,
very
there's just
important.
that unspoken because I didn't want him to speak like a weird American voice actor because I found that incredibly sinister. Little man.
Well, there we go. So
Hang on,
those are some.
the transcript called him Pete Bow, which is incredibly funny to me.
That is amazing. Shout outs. Shout
Pete
outs
Bo's
to.
one of the other horses here.
I was literally about to say Peepo's another
Pete
horse
Bow.
this year.
Mhm.
That's so
We'll
funny.
we'll we'll workshop Peepo over the course of this game. A
Mhm.
chat, if you are willing, feel free to pitch ideas for what Peepo's vibes are. You are more than welcome to contribute.
Ooh, we do have a thing here for Punch
We do?
from Mocha.
A donation.
So
Donated
funny.
$10. What if Punch really likes to mess with whoever has to deliver mail to the island?
Punch is the
It's
mail
canon now.
carrier. Oh my god. Okay.
Yep, Punch
Oh.
really just whenever they come, Punch is just yeah.
That's like the one thing Punch seems happy about.
Messing with the mail carrier.
Aside from unspeakable violence.
Okay, before we get into our fun little free role play between our horses and girls, I do need each of us to okay, here's the deal. I want each of us to share a brief little detail about Punch's 4 a.m. Stormy journey to the mail carrier on the edge of this island. I think for me, the detail that I will contribute is that Punch walks in such a way where her hooves are tiny, but she leaves impressions in the ground
Mhm.
wherever she is, and
Yeah, and then-
I think
And specific, they've been doing it that long that they just the mail carrier looks there, sees the deep hoof prints in the road ahead of them, and just knows Punches nearby, and is just
100%.
cringing, just waiting just bracing for impact.
100%. I like to think also that their hoof prints have left impressions like over the course of years, and so like it's the same path that's trodden every time. And it's like a desire path kind of situation. And it's just these hoof prints that have forever marked the landscape. And this is and also this is Punch going the fastest that they've ever gone, which is not very fast. But they're picking up the pace, and also they're so smelly because it's raining and they're so fluffy.
I think the detail I'd like to add is that no one taught Punch to do this.
Mhm.
They just started meeting the mail person and bringing the mail back.
Yep.
Oh, so he's literally just jumping the mail carrier and taking the mail.
I don't know if they're jumping them. I think that maybe the first time Punch was like standing expectantly and didn't let the mail person pass until they passed the mail to them.
And is just terrorizing the mail carrier just to make sure they give her the mail.
Oh, this is perfect. Has Punch ever eaten the mail before?
Only when it spills.
Oh, that makes sense. There we
Or
go.
like political flyers.
Yeah. When it's like junk mail, Punch is like, I'll eat that shit. When it's important, nah.
I think the detail that I want to add is I'm imagining like cutting back and forth between us at the stable and Punch, and like us at the stable, it's like a light, nice rain kind of thing, and then Punch, it's like the most dramatic, like driving rainstorm, and
Yeah.
Punch is like plowing through it. There's dramatic music and stuff.
100%.
Oh yeah, this is very much like pure like nighttime war movie in a
Mhm.
hurricane type weather.
I do need to ask, is the dramatic music, do we think it's like orchestral? Do we think that it's electric?
It's Eye of the Tiger
Um,
always.
Oh my god. Fuck, you're so right.
It doesn't have
Eye
to
of
be.
the Eye of the Horse.
No, it's Eye of the Tiger played on the theremin.
It's Eye of the Tiger, but just the drum line before the actual instruments kick in. It's just a dun 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 constantly.
Mhm.
Oh my god, perfect. Oh, amazing. That's incredible. It's called Eye of the Horse Stares into the Office. I think that's
Mhm.
another horse pun. And it's called Eye of the Horse, and it's a quote unquote cover slash remix of Eye of the Tiger, composed and made specifically for this episode
Mhm.
question mark of this
Yes.
series. Fantastic. Um, Wonderful. I love that. Um, did
I
everyone
couldn't
go
find
into
a
detail?
Theremin cover, but I could find a hurdy-gurdy cover of Eye of the Tiger.
Thank
Oh
fucking
wow.
God. That's what we need. This is the most important thing in my life right now.
America's
Nothing
horse
else
grammar.
matters. Oh my God, that's amazing. Um, okay, did everyone add an epic detail to Punch's epic journey to get the mail?
Oh, I think the only detail I was going to add is that the Punch expects hay from the mail carrier, but no longer accepts the hay. It's just worse for the mail carrier if they don't have hay. So the mail carrier has a small bag of hay in the back of their van, drops it in front of Punch as like a peace offering. Punch ignores it and keeps going for them. But it's worse if they don't drop the hay, is what they've found.
hmm
Well, the hay's like
Yeah.
it's like Punch doesn't do this for payment, right? Like they do it for the love of it, and but it's still good to have something on hand because it's like maybe
Mhm.
Punch is hungry and wants a little snack. What are you gonna do? Not have hay? Come on, Punch is a horse.
hmm
Oh God, that's amazing. Okay, I want to say that our free roleplay little chillin' time is gonna take place over the course of Punch traveling to get the mail. Um,
hmm
so while this epic journey is occurring, we cut back to Miles, Callie, Mo, and Miracle Blood. And what are y'all up to over the course of the day? What's the vibe?
The moment that she catches sight of Miles, Mo's gaze affixes onto them, and as Miles is walking to the stall, Mo calmly reaches down, unhooks like the latch of her own stall, steps out, and starts following Miles around.
Yeah. I think as when Callie
Good.
steps into Miracle Blood's stall, he's laid down on the pile, on the pile of straw. Looks up, reaches over, stretches his head out, just grabs onto her sleeve, pulls her down, and then just rests his head on her, and just goes back to sleep.
You're trapped now.
What's Callie doing?
Um, I've been thinking about this. So I think there's this series of books, sort of like the Boxcar Children, or like one of those children's book series that just has like a million books in it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Called Horse Island
Warrior
that
Cats.
Callie reads. Yes, Warrior Cat vibes. But I think maybe even like younger, like for
yeah.
like small chapter books kind of thing. Like
Yeah, totally.
Like Rainbow
not
Magic.
necessarily age appropriate for like a yeah, totally. So I think Callie is just like info dumping about the Horse Island series to Miles. And it's just like, but you don't understand. Like in book 38, like the bond between these two horses completely changes, and it's been being set up for over like all of these different books, and you get to see the way that their relationship evolves, and it's just so precious and beautiful. And it just makes me, it makes me, and then I think Callie just like snuggles down with
Yeah, I think it's while
With
she is in info
Miracle
dumping
Blood.
and distracted that Miracle Blood does grab, be able to, that is what most this probably happens a lot of. He tries to do this most days, but
Mhm.
in this case, because you are distracted, info dumping, he managed to get hold of you and actually managed to succeed with it.
Yeah, that's when you're tucked down into the cuddle pile.
Mhm.
Amazing. Goodness gracious. Awesome. What else do y'all get up to throughout the day? Also, Callie, important question. Do you
Mm.
do you let yourself be pulled in as Miracle Blood just continues to sleep?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think that I think Callie is like Callie's bond with Miracle Blood is like unrequited absolute devotion. So I think anytime there's like a sign of affection or anything like that, it's like the most special thing in the world. Uh, yeah.
Love that. Love that 100%. Um What are Miles and Mo up to? Like, I know that Mo's following Miles around, but Miles has been listening to Callie, but then what else are they up to? What else are they doing?
That's a great question. I think Miles is probably like talking to and listening to Callie talk about these books. I don't know if Miles has read them, or maybe Miles has read a couple, but the school library doesn't have all of them.
Yeah.
They only have like the first 5 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way they
They have
read the rest of
books.
the series is
They
through
have books
Callie talking
3,
about it.
8, 9, and 17.
Yeah, there we
Ah,
go.
no.
It's because listen, it's because of I'm blaming it all on the one kid who checked out who checked out like pretty much the whole series and then just never returned a good chunk of them. And we've been trying to
Mhm.
track them down for forever. And the kid never got back to them and then they like moved or whatever. And it's like, God damn it. So now we're left with the scattered series.
Oh,
You
yes, that
know
sounds like a
you know what you should
very
also
real
listen.
stress there.
Uh-huh. You know what you should also donate to in addition to Palestinian Children's Relief Fund? You should also donate / participate in your local libraries. Anyway,
Mhm.
um
So true.
so Miles, you've only read like, books 3, 17, 12, and whatever. So yeah, how
Great.
you feeling about that?
Well, it's okay because Callie recounts them in such detail.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and I think the other thing that Miles is doing is brushing Mo's hair, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Fee,
She's got kind of.
yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry, you go.
She's got kind of like old horsehair style mane, but enough that it constantly looks like it's in need of brushing, but all you kind of really do is push it around.
Mhm.
Like it still ends up looking exactly as in need of a brush as previously.
Amazing. So I think that, the info dumping happens, the chatting happens for 4 a.m. and raining and kind of miserable weather. Y'all are having the time of your lives. Out to pasture is, I think, overall been a very good experience for everyone involved.
How many other
Meanwhile,
kids are here?
I don't think that many. Like, I think again, like, first of all, Kulan's not gonna take on a shit ton of kids. They're like, I think they originally intended this horse sanctuary to just be for horses, because I think Kulan likes horses more than people.
And they needed
But
money.
Yeah, they needed money, and like this is an opportunity, and they do feel a sense of responsibility for like, okay, yeah, it would be good to help out kids who need it. So I don't think there are that many other kids here. I think like there are a couple who definitely like are giving Miles and Callie side eye and just being like, how are you so awake right now? um I think one kid at one point is just like, "How are you so happy?"
We're with a bunch of horses. How are you not so happy? What are you talking about?
It's so smelly. How are you awake? I can't even talk right now.
I think half still most of Saint Miracle would just nuts in the stall. You know, so head rested
Thumbs up.
on Callie, putting it down.
The sun's awake, so I'm awake.
The sun's not even out right now.
No, you
It's
can see a bit of it.
raining.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
When Miles points, Mo's head very slowly and deliberately follows where they're pointing and then looks back at the other person.
I'm glad you could hear my pointing, because I did physically point.
Yeah, I figured so.
Ugh. I think this kid's name is Austin. Actually, you know what? Maybe not because we are friends of the table fans, and that might get confusing.
Mhm.
What do we want to name this child?
What if it's Austin with an E like the author?
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Mhm.
Plus
that
10.
the differentiation is clear.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Austin is still like she her pronouns, and I think it's just like, but like, what are you even talking about? Like, that's like a book series for kids.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah, if you're like a baby.
What sort of books do you read?
Reading's boring. I don't read.
Now that's the real baby.
Yeah, and they're not books, they're stories. And they're stories about horses, and they're stories about the relationships between the horses and the girls that care about them. And if you aren't on board with being a girl that cares about horses, then I don't even know what you're doing here. Like we're here to be horse girls.
God, I don't want to be here. I hate this place. It was either that or I got sent to summer school, and I don't want to do summer school because school is so boring. But this place is so boring too.
I think Miles is kind of speechless at the idea that someone could hate being here.
Hmm. Do Miles and I I feel like Miles and Callie maybe just share a look of like, wow, they just like really don't get it, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh, I think that Austin it's just I think the kind of grumpy and sulky 13-year-old where they're just kind of pouty and mumbling to herself. And I think just kind of is going to go back to very bitterly um cleaning out the stalls of one of the other horses, um potentially Pete Bow, who can say. But yeah, I think Austin is just frowny and miserable. And I think like the couple of other kids who were here generally ignore you. Um I think that they're all here for different reasons. I don't think any of them are the level of horse girl that Callie and Miles are at. Um, I think that they view this experience more as a punishment or like boring community service than they do a like, you know, the gift and treasure and blessing that it is, of course. Um, but yeah, I think that's the general vibe. Like you two are the light in the darkness, kind of thing. Um, and I think that we have the day go on. Um, Callie, I have a really important question for you.
Mhm.
Okay. My really important question is, what happens when Miracle starts to run? Really,
Just
really.
like watching Miracle Blood run.
Does Miracle Blood let Callie ride him?
Mm. How long into it is it? You said
It's
said
been
it's
about
like
like a
a
month.
month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably has just let her.
This is like the second time.
hmm
Mhm.
So yeah, I think when um I think it's like everything Callie's ever dreamed of like feeling the wind in her hair and like it feels like this is like confirmation that this is my horse and that we're bonded for life and that this is the most special important thing um that I've ever gotten to be a part of. And um it feels like Miracle Blood is like really starting to trust Callie, which is yeah, I think maybe like Callie's only gotten to like read books about horses up until now. So like it's
Mhm.
always been this fantasy of like, oh, I'm gonna have this amazing relationship with a horse. And now like she is having this like amazing relationship with a horse, and it's just like so exciting. Um
Mhm.
yeah.
That's awesome. I love that very much. Miracle Blood, how are you feeling about that? You know, Callie's riding you for the second time. You're going really, really fast. What's your vibe?
He's feeling good. It's any time he can just run or and go just all out, just show the full unbridled passion. He just goes for it
Mhm.
and just completely, it. He's in his element.
Absolutely. I like to imagine that, like, as you're riding together, I think the same, like, anime eye sparkle is in your eyes.
Hmm.
Um, and, you know, it's the twin flame kind of thing. Um, and you both have the same expression, or the same energy. And, I think this is a moment that the camera's like, "Oh, they're rivals, but they're also bonded for life." Um and it's very, very good. Uh, Mo, what do you do all day? Like, do you just kind of wander around doing your thing?
I think she does let Miles ride her. I don't think she goes quickly. I think she very rarely gets above like a canter. But I think yeah, for the most part, she's kind of doing her own thing. Unless like I think when Miles has chores and stuff, she will follow them around. If Miles has forgotten to do something, she will chew on like their shoulder or something, or like nibble at their hair. Um,
Yeah, they
But
might
aside from that,
sometimes
yeah,
have a
they're
little
fairly
cape
comfortable. Oh yeah, there you go. She'll tug on the back of the cape sometimes.
Amazing, incredible.
If like Miles calls out for her, there is an uncomfortably short amount of time, and then Mo is there.
Mo is kind of slow and old and chill, except for when Miles is like, Mo! And then Mo's just there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
Have you ever seen that Sherlock
It's
Holmes
just
game
like
where
in
Watson can teleport?
No?
Have you seen this? So it's from like a single A developer, and they couldn't be well, they couldn't work out or couldn't be bothered or were short on time and could not program Watson teleporting, walking even. So what he does is when you turn around, he appears behind you. But it means it's like Watson using his legendary instant transmission abilities, which of course are canon to the novels. So yeah, it's very very good.
That's amazing. Miles is like,
Yeah,
Mo!
it's really
Turns
funny.
around, Mo is there.
Exactly.
Oh, that's incredible. Um, awesome. And I think Kulan, I think as all of this is happening, actually, Miles, what are you up to right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think is there like much structure to a day here?
That's a good question. And I really should have probably Googled like what people do on horse farms. I think that it depends. I think sometimes it's very structured and okay. I think throughout the day there are like the daily chores you have to do. There's like, the meals you have to attend. Um, I don't think Kulan keeps a particularly strict, super structured kind of schedule. So long as you're doing like the daily tasks you have to do, at this point you're like a month in. They kind of assume that you know what you're doing, and they have a sense of like, which kids need more support through this and stuff like that. And I think like it's like, yeah, no, Miles and Callie have got it. um but I do think that maybe like occasionally, like once or twice in the week, there's some kind of like big activity that everyone has to
Yeah,
participate
like
in.
are we
And I think
being taught how to
yeah,
ride?
I think you're being taught how to ride, you're being taught how to care for the horse, you're doing like farm tasks and stuff like that. And yeah, you're definitely being taught how to ride. So I think like probably like the most common group activity that everyone will do is like, ride your horse. And you go around certain routes around the farm or around the island even. Um and you kind of like explore with your horse and stuff like that. And Kulan's there too, obviously, to like supervise and everything. But I think that is something that you do. I know we talked about this as we prepped. I think that Miracle Blood is like the fastest horse here and like could conceivably become a racehorse. Kulan used to train racehorses, it's many years ago, since retired from that. Um, but I think that Miracle Bud's the one that's like, okay, we could potentially we could have something here. Miracle Bud could actually be a racehorse. And the expectation for all the other horses is like, nah, they're just chilling, doing their thing. So I think that's a vibe. And then I think maybe like for the more advanced um riders and stuff, there are probably more like elaborate like obstacles and like fun stuff to do with your horse, like challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um Kulan is not the most creative person in the world, but they do put in effort to, providing enrichment to child and horse alike.
Yeah, cool. I think a lot of Miles's days are spent, yeah, doing the chores, um, and upkeep stuff, and then just sort of like wandering around the paddocks, with Mo. They probably chat to Mo a bit, like sort of talking to themselves, but to Mo also.
Hmm.
Mo is a very good listener. She is like rapt attention the entire time that Miles is talking.
Oh,
Will like seemingly nod along, blinking extremely intelligently at you.
Hmm.
Like
yeah, and
is
then
chewing
probably
a
like
piece of hay. You start talking. She like pauses her chewing as if trying to listen better.
I reckon Miles also will like point out any bird that they see to Mo and be like, "Oh, that's this bird." And did you know they do blah blah blah?
Slow blink.
Yeah.
Extremely good.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, there's Austin and Pete Bow, and they both look absolutely miserable.
Mhm.
I think Austin's like rolling her eyes and tossing her hair, and it's just like, ugh. Not wanting to be here, not wanting to do this. Um, Pete Bow, do we think that okay, here's a thought. Is Pete Bow like the opposite? Is Pete Bow like super hyped? And stuff like
I've been
that? Or
picturing Pete Bow as an Appaloosa.
mm,
Oh yeah,
there
which
we
just makes
go.
it so much worse. That is all muddy.
Oh, yeah, Pete Bow is a beautiful Appaloosa horse who, not to speak heresy into onto the stream, but I do think Pete Bow the Appaloosa, I think that his beauty does rival Miracle Blood's. Um, Obviously, Miracle Blood is the most beautiful horse in the world, but he's
You
up
gotta
there.
have competition.
You gotta have comp.
Yeah,
It's
keeps things even.
help. Like, that keeps you sharp. Um,
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah. Do we think that Peepo? Yeah, I'm gonna say that Peepo is like is like hmm Pete Bow. Yeah, I think is just like full of energy and is excited and keeps trying to engage with Austin. And Austin's just like, I don't know what to do, like stop looking at me. And just yeah, the vibe is not great. So I think while y'all are having an idyllic and wonderful horse friendship, um, horse girl friendship, one might say, um, Austin and Pete Bow are not having a great time. Um, and it's very obvious to everyone involved.
Mhm.
Oh,
Um, it's it happens. Um, and I think the other kids are just kind of chilling with their horses. Like they're doing the tasks, but I don't think they're like as invested. And the
Mhm.
horses they're kind of similar. Like, they all have their own distinct personalities and everything. But the other horses are like, yeah, sure.
Mhm.
um, that kind of thing. Um, oh, what was I going to say? Let me think. So I think it's been raining pretty much all day. So when
Mhm.
you go out to ride and stuff, the mud is just crazy. It is super slippery, it is super muddy. When Miracle Blood goes running, it's like, oh no.
Slippery.
Oh yeah.
It's
No, it's not. I don't think it's so much slippery because I think he's slamming his hooves down hard enough that it's getting through the layer of mud,
mhm,
like into the
yeah,
firmer stuff beneath. It's just that's then just tearing up the turf.
100%.
Oh.
That turf is destroyed. Mud is splattered everywhere. I think Austin definitely gets covered in mud and like has a moment where she looks like she's about to cry. But
oh.
then it's just like like angry tears. She's just so mad. And I think fuck it. Austin, I think is good. Once Miracle Blood is done, his like, you know, sixth riding around or whatever. And Callie's like having a time of her life, and yeah, like also covered in mud, but her sparkles and glitter still shine through the mud, and the rain. I think Austin is just gonna march over, and be like, um, you know, look at what your horse did. Your horse got me so dirty.
Yeah, we were running around. It's dirty
Like,
out. That's
but yeah, but it
How
listen, if you're not
is
ready
but
how
to get dirty
is
to be with
she
these
acting
horses, then
towards? What is the body language like towards Callie here?
oh, pissed. Like ready, like fists clenched, glaring. I think she's maybe slightly taller than Callie, um, and is just like glaring and is visibly upset.
Yeah, I think Mooka Blood, you know, just rears up at her. Not fully kicking or biting, but very much,
Puppy.
threatening Austin right now.
Austin, I think, is so dialed into being annoyed with Callie that being pissed at her. And I think she's like, yeah, but I went from just like normal dirty to being covered in mud. I feel disgusting and it is all your fault. Can you please just get your horse under control already?
wow, with that kind of attitude, you really are disgusting.
And
And I think Callie just like protectively wraps her arms around Miracle Blood's neck and is like, "My horse, yeah, this is my horse, and you can't insult it."
I think Austin's just gonna fucking launch herself at you. I think she's done.
And I bite her.
Oh my goodness.
I snap right at her. As that happens, I just lunge forward, and just snap at her shoulder.
I'm gonna say this is a roll. Let's say that this is not a roll for like how badly you hurt a child. I think it's more like um I think it's more about like the message you're sending and
Hmm.
like the force with which you communicate that. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um that being said, this is still definitely a roll for horse.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
just
I mean,
just
extreme sensitivity, going ape shit,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
being
For
stubborn,
the
that's
being
record,
kind of also
very
what I've been
particular.
pulling on.
Of that, all of that there is literally what I'm doing. It's like it's
absolutely.
not. The other thing is pulling tricks and running fast. That's the only thing examples of fall stuff that's not.
100%, absolutely. Um, yeah.
Okay,
Just for
so
the
I think
audience,
I'm definitely.
I'm just gonna read out what the stats say because I think it's funny. Um,
Yeah.
So a high number means you're better at horse. The skills associated with the horse stat are things like extreme sensitivity, going apeshit, being stubborn, being very particular, pulling tricks, running really fast, and being really strong. So pretty much all of this falls under the horse category in terms of what this role is. Um, so when you do something, I think this is something risky in terms of like again, I mean, you could hurt Austin a little more than you intended to. No, like
Mhm.
real lasting damage will be done. The child's
Well,
not going to be like,
there's in intended, and there's
Yeah, there's intended
well,
and there's
right.
unintended.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah, like,
I
this is
think
not.
she is fully intending to seriously hurt, but that's not what's going to happen unless things go
Yeah,
very wrong.
yeah, exactly. And like, this is a lighthearted game. We are not here to like hurt children severely.
Yeah.
Austin would just probably get more upset and maybe sent home.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. We
but
there definitely seems to be murder in his eyes, but it's not actually going to happen in the in the thing.
absolutely, 100%. Okay. So let's go through what this roll process is. So roll roll +1d if you're prepared, which I would say you are. And +1d if you're an expert, which I would also say you are.
Yeah.
So I think it's 3d6 total because you start off with 1 just automatically, and then you have the 2 because you're an expert and you're prepared. And then
Is
if you're
Callie
using...
helping?
Good question. Is Callie helping?
Almost certainly. I'm trying to think of how I would help a horse attack someone, and I'm not sure.
I mean,
Moving out
you're
of
also
the way.
you're also being attacked.
Mm-hmm.
You could be helping by being like, "No, get off me." What's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There are ways you can do this. You can try to dodge out of the way. You can say something. You
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
I'll probably try to get out of the way because I trust my horse to defend me.
Oh yeah, 100%. So in advance of Miracle Blood's roll, I'm gonna have you roll the help roll. You just roll a straight d6. So just 1d6. I think we can just use probably the dice bot in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
server.
Yeah.
B, if you're good with that.
Oh, am I rolling? I thought a Miracle Blood was rolling.
No,
Yeah, no, you
sorry.
can use
So
a roll to help.
yeah, you roll to help, and then get entangled in any consequences from that roll.
Gotcha.
You're yeah. You roll a d6 to help successfully or not, basically.
Sorry, can you remind me the command for this? Is it just /roll?
Exclamation point, roll, space, 1d6. I think. Is that
Great,
what?
thank
Yeah,
you.
that's how this game works.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Did I get?
Nice.
I think I got. Yeah,
You got a
horse
4.
girl
Okay,
right
awesome.
away.
So you got a 5, which is great. So a 5 is you partially succeed. You give the other character a +1d to their roll, so now Miracle Blood has 4d6 to work with. But you get entangled in any consequences that occur because of your actions.
That sounds right.
So that sounds
Yeah.
right to me. Thank you, dice. Miracle Blood, 4d6.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
see what
go.
happens. Oh my god.
So that's 2 successes and a
Mhm.
horse go.
Fuck yes. Um so as we know, well, as we may know, with Lasers and Feelings games, typically you have the 2 stats, and then if you roll your exact number, you get like a special little bonus thing. Miracle Blood's number, your number's 5, right? Yeah, you're the most horse a horse can be. Miracle Blood's number is 5. He rolled a 5 in addition to other numbers. So this means that he got Horse Girl, which is the incentive, or I should say the extra thing that you get. So you got 2 successes. So let's deal with that first. If 2 dice succeeds, you do it well. Good job. And then if you roll your number exactly, you are a horse girl. You get a special insight into what's going on, and you can ask me a question. There's a list of some questions that you could possibly ask, but you can also just ask your own. It's okay. You don't have to do the ones that I wrote
Mhm.
out. But first I think we should deal with what this looks like for doing a good job.
Yes.
So I mean, good news, you don't seriously injure this kid. I
Mhm.
think though, yeah. So what exactly do you do? What does this look like? Paint me a word picture, a horse picture.
Yeah, I think I think Mookleblood is going for the throat. Himself. That's what the character is trying to do. That's not, like I said, that's not what is happening. But he's going for that. But he lunges forward. His teeth, snap, and I think Austin just like steps back and just completely falls flat on her ass.
Oh yeah, 100%. Ass in mud. She's stuck there
Yeah,
now.
I think I probably grab like the fabric of like her top, and that probably rips the coat, like rips like
Mm-hmm.
a chunk of the coat out.
Mm-hmm. No, 100%. Oh my god, she's like screaming now. She's so mad and upset. Um, and so like yeah, I think you do this. You rip some of her jacket. I think she's got just like a big hoodie on. And it's like
Hmm.
soaked and covered in mud, and now you've eaten a chunk of it. And it's just like, oh my god, this is the
Hmm.
worst. Um, so she's just like, I think she's screaming and crying and is just super visibly loudly upset. And I think that
Hmm.
is the like sort of consequence of this role. Like again, you do it and you succeed and you do it well. But
Hmm.
I think that um part of this is, Kulon is alerted to this whole situation, and they come trotting over, or maybe cantering. If a human being can canter, that's what Kulon is doing.
Hmm.
um I would say that that counts as a horse pun. um
If
but
a human being could canter, but they can't.
there we go. Thank you, Dave. You did it. We got there. The horse pun was achieved. um And yes. So I think that, Ashlyn's super upset. She's like having a tantrum and throwing a fit, and it's just
Hmm.
like not having it right now. And Kulon comes over and is trying to diffuse the situation. They're not really a people person. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just this awkward, like vaguely middle-aged, very tall, very broad, very like large person, who is
Hmm.
trying to like get the situation under control. And I think it's this like tense moment. um Callie, how are you dealing with all of this?
Um,
I think
I think
Austin keeps
Callie's
saying sorry, I think Austin
go
keeps
for it.
saying, the horse the horse is a really bad horse. And also, Callie, you need, like, it's all Callie's fault.
Austin was calling my horse disgusting, and she doesn't even like to be here. And she was complaining about doing the horse stuff earlier, and I said that I would take care of her horse if she wanted, and she can just go be disgusting by herself. And then she was like trying to attack me, and I just I Miracle Blood saved my life.
I'm picturing
I
Miracle
think
Blood like snorting
so.
a
For
certain breeze.
for
Like, yeah,
the
I
horse girl,
did.
I'm going to ask how can I make Kulon just uh, uh you know understand that we did nothing wrong.
I like
I think again it's so okay. I need us to flash back at the beginning of this month, where, because we can't forget that the two of you are each other's rivals in addition to being
Mhm.
Hmm.
bonded for life. Like, This is,
hmm
at the beginning, it was rough. I think like Miracle
hmm
Blood did not want to interact with Callie at all.
hmm
Listen, what's a quick like snapshot of like one of those first encounters?
Yeah, I think what it is, I think Callie reaches out just to just pat my neck, and I literally just turn away.
Mm.
Goes pat it. You can maybe then just pat his flank, but not the neck, and just yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe since Callie's read all of these books, she's like, oh, the most important thing to do with your new horse is to like look it in the eyes and to pet its mane, and then you'll
hmm
know that you're bonded for life. And Miracle Blood just like turns away, and Callie's like, oh no.
hmm
Mm-hmm. And I think like Kulon watches this like crestfallen child and this aggressive horse and is like, oh God, what's happening?
hmm
Flash forward to now, everyone's covered in mud, it's still raining. Austin is like soaked and just absolutely just again covered in mud, flat on her ass, um, crying and yelling. But we also have Miracle Blood and Callie completely united. And
hmm
like, the same glint is in their eyes. And Kulon's like, oh shit. Like, when did that
Yeah,
happen? Um,
yeah. I think
so I think
Miracle
like
just shakes his head at you know.
yeah. And I think like it's one of those moments where Kulon's not a hunt. Kulon's like, okay, you still like, we still have to deal with this upset kid. Um, but is not gonna be like, and now you must suffer consequences. Like I don't think you're necessarily in trouble. Kulon, this is a moment of like Gabe recognized Gabe. Kulon recognizes your bond. And kind of just like stares for a moment at both of you, gives a tiny little nod. And starts talking to Austin. I think actually before they turn their attention to Austin, I think they're gonna say just again very kind of awkward and stilted, um just I know it can be difficult when people say hurtful things. Just maybe just have patience. Can you do that for me? Addressing both Callie and Miracle Blood.
Hmm.
I
I
think
think
Miracle
Callie's
Blood
like,
just
ugh.
like tosses it. Yeah, I think Miracle Blood just like tosses his head, rolls his eyes.
Callie's like, I was being patient. I I was listening to Austin complain all morning, and I didn't say anything. And then she called my horse disgusting. Like, what was I supposed to do?
Okay, I need to talk to Austin right now, but we're going to talk later. Okay? You're not in trouble. I just we need to chat.
Okay, fine. We'll chat.
Okay. Big sigh, turns to Austin, looking like this is the most uncomfortable thing in the world for them to be doing right now. Austin's like continuing to be like, you need to get you like why I hate being here and I hate this and I hate you and this is the worst and like all that kinds of stuff. And I think Kulan's just like, let's get you some hot chocolate. And just trying to help this kid up out of the mud. and lead them back to like the farmhouse. Um, and Miles and Mo, have you witnessed this at all, or are y'all just doing your own thing?
I think Miles has been watching from a distance. Sort of maybe from like turned to notice or like came into eye shot as Austin went to attack Callie. But from like sort of the other side of the farm. So it's been like not super slowly, but not like running or anything. Like just fast walking over.
Yeah. I think that you and Mo kind of head over to the situation, and Austin's being taken away to the farmhouse. So y'all have a moment here, to chat.
Moment.
Yeah, I think
Haha.
as Miles approaches is like to Callie, whoa, what happened?
Austin just doesn't understand horses.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
She thinks that horses are all clean and that they're not supposed to smell and that you're not supposed to get dirty. And she doesn't like that my horse is the most beautiful horse in the world. And I think she's just jealous. And I think she was trying to be mean and trying to break up our bond. And I think secretly, maybe she really wants to be bonded with Miracle Blood, and she just doesn't know how to say that in a responsible way.
I think Miracle Blood shakes his head at that. Just, Callie's bad enough, but Austin, no.
I mean, I don't think she's even done that good of a job with Pete Bow, so
People. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she could never handle Miracle Blood the way that the way that we just understand each other, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. And like I think turns to Mo and like gives her a little pat.
I think
Always
Mo
Mo
gives you a
reacting to what's
slow
happened.
nod. How is Mo reacting to what happened? I think she's quite a passive observer. I don't think she's especially bothered by the fact that that sassy, rude child got bit. Because at the end of the day, I don't think she, definitely flashed back to a previous day where the sassy, rude child tried to, like, be a bit much with Mo, and Mo was just like, no. Didn't bite or anything, but was just like takes a very pronounced step back, like, no. I think, hmm.
Do Mo and Miracle Blood like have a horse conversation with each other?
I was literally just thinking, what does inter-horse communication look like in this moment? Mo.
I mean, it's going to be fairly good. I mean, horses are very good at communicating with each other. I mean, they are, social herd animals. It is a thing they do.
So I think it's like a tilt of her head, like, are you all right? More than anything else.
Yeah, I think his ears flick. Shake. Nods head a little bit, shakes it. Just yeah.
A little bit of a like bonk to the side of your head, more as like the kind of thing that like a horse would do to a foal or something like that, like kind of a correcting behavior, like don't bite the kids. Little butt.
Yeah, I think he just shakes a little bit, just does look slightly chastised, but just a little bit.
Just falls back in behind Miles.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we're hearing a little bit of audio toast. I'm not entirely sure who it's coming from. I think it might be from you, Remus. It's a little bit of
Oh,
crunchiness.
good. Fun.
We are 2 hours in. Do we want to take 10?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to take a break at this moment?
That would be good.
awesome.
Horse
Let's do
break.
it.
Sounds
Horse
good to me.
break.
Horse break.
We'll horse around in 10 minutes.
Mm.
I would say that counts as a horse
Don't
pun.
forget to pony on or whatever. Google search horse puns.
Mm.
Quick stolen.
Saddle on up for part 2.
Look there we go. Saddle on up. Oh. All right, we'll be back in 10.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Cindy's here to take us over to the break screen.
I did
Never mind. We'll be
think.
here forever.
We
Don't
can have
worry,
a
I think I
quick
can
break and
riff
be
for 10
back.
minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, if y'all need to like go to the bathroom or whatever, I came back from going to the bathroom, so I'm happy to just sit here and vamp.
Yeah, just gonna go get some water then.
Okay, no worries. Burp, 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 burp.
Whoa, I want to drink your blood. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I was
exactly.
just
That's what the
vamping.
horse. I was gonna say that's what horse Dracula says.
I think that's what all Draculas say.
I mean, yeah, but like horse Dracula says it, and it's a little different.
That's valid.
Yeah, I think Austin's just kind of like huddled up and has like rinsed off and blow dried in the shower that is tiny and the water is either
Now recording. Now recording. Now recording. Now recording. Now recording.
Yeah, so you should say that exactly when we go live, Cindy. Just say 3, 2, 1, and then tell us we're live, okay? Alright, cool. Yeah, exactly. Like, just like that. What do you mean they
Yes.
can't hear you? You've been saying the funniest shit of this entire stream, Cindy.
Well,
We've been calling you the fifth Beatle the entire time.
Cindy, our gracious and wonderful backup stream
Yeah.
host, has also been the funniest person of this entire
Yeah.
stream.
Cindy's
So far.
actually been playing Austin all along.
Oh, that's wild. Twist.
Ugh. All right.
And we're back.
Hello. Nay, and all that stuff. Giddy
Nay
up.
and
We're
such.
back. Giddy up, saddle up. We have returned to our wonderful game of Horse Girl. A game that I made. It's a silly lasers and feelings hack about being a horse girl and girls and horses and incredible animal friendships that you form as a child.
And biting kids.
And biting
Mhm.
children, of course. Or threatening to bite children, and sometimes taking a chunk out of a hoodie. You know, it's how it is sometimes
Mhm.
as a horse. Um. Anyway, we're here. We are during the Roll Plus Bond 7th anniversary charity stream, and we are raising money for the incredible organization, Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. They really, really do life-saving work beyond just like addressing present medical emergencies that immediately have to be dealt with. They also do a lot of like follow-up care and ensuring that these kids like get the support they need throughout their lives. Please consider donating any amount that you possibly can to this wonderful organization. And if you don't have anything to donate, which is totally understandable, feel free to share the stream, the PCRF information, whatever you can, just to get more eyeballs and potentially more money to this wonderful organization. Speaking of money, as a quick reminder, our Horse Girl donation incentives include donating $1 for every horse pun. I believe Rebus and I are going to match each other on however many horse puns we make, and we're gonna donate whatever amount of money that is. Feel free to add a dice for $5 for a roll. So if you really want an extra dice that a player has, we've only done one roll so far in 2 hours, and that's sometimes how it is. Hopefully now we'll get into more dice rolls. But what was I going to say? Yes, you can add a dice for $5 or more, and then we've already had this happen, and there will be some payoff. Don't worry, Punch hasn't disappeared forever. $10 if you want Punch to do something disruptive, helpful, or funny. Punch, of course, being the extremely dense, fluffy, vicious miniature horse who is the self-appointed guardian of our horse sanctuary out to pasture. Last we left our heroes and our horse girls. You know, you made a kid cry, and she's feeling pretty sorry for herself right now in the farmhouse. Um, she's gotten cleaned up. She's got some hot chocolate. She's glowering, and like kind of in that like post cry headachy kind of vibe. But anyway, we are going to cut back to our protagonists. We've got Callie, we've got Miles, we've got Miracle Blood, and we have Mo. Many M names. And we love them so much. What was I going to say? So I think yeah, we were in the middle of kind of like catching each other up on the whole deal with Austin and everything. Is there anything else that you guys want to do right now?
I think just move into the other stuff.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. So I think you're going throughout your day, and I think like at one point the sky does actually start to clear up. It's kind of been rainy and gross out all day, and like it's like also it's summer, so it's not even like a cooling rain. It's a rain that feels warm, and it's just it's unpleasant. But like, you know, being on a little island does kind of help a little bit with like the sea breeze and stuff. So it's not totally miserable, but the weather's not great. Anyway, I think at one point the weather does start to clear up a little bit. I think that there's a single point of blue amongst a sea of gray clouds. And I think like, you know, you're attending to your duties, you're having a good time, you're chilling with your horses, the horses are chilling with their girls. And I think, you know, you don't really notice the blue spot in the sky. Like there's kind of a light coming from it, but it's not like the sun. It's a different kind of light. And I think like right as I want to say we started like late afternoon, maybe like early evening. You know, this is when you're kind of wrapping up your chores and everything, and you've like done your daily activities and stuff. You've like given your horses exercise, you've like hung out with your humans, you've done all this important stuff. And, you know, I think basically what happens is that, you know, for a brief moment, the sky just kind of splits open, and there's this violet colored portal that just kind of opens in the sky. And
Huh?
out of the sky. Yeah?
No, keep going.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't worry about it. I'm introducing
It's
the threat.
probably not relevant. I wouldn't
Hmm.
worry about it.
So sometimes you're horse girls and you're just chilling and out to pasture sanctuary horse island having a good time, and sometimes there's a giant violet portal in the sky that opens up. And what happens is that this mysterious figure descends from the heavens. They wear a violet colored, like a deep rich purple cloak. um they have a big old crown. um and um and they, you know what? Let me just look up something really quickly right now. They also kind of like their outfit is like there's a big cloak and everything. It's very fantasy-esque, but also they do kind of have like elements of a jockey's uniform to their outfit. So I'm thinking like the high like the knee-high boots and the like pants and everything. And probably a jockey helmet, and then on top of that jockey helmet is a crown. Don't worry about it. It does look sick as shit in the anime. And this is what I need you all to know. It's
Mhm.
both goofy and sick as shit. And this person descends from the sky, this violet portal, and just kind of like claps their hands with absolute like glee, and is going to announce to this group of perfectly normal girls and horses, um I am the Lord Dressage General of the Violet Kingdom, and I am here to finally learn and utilize the true power of horses. And with this true power of horses, I will finally be able to become the one true ruler of the Daybreak realm and take over the world. And the just
Is this
absolute
just a
like
man
serene.
out in the field, like just yelling this to the skies?
Yeah, I mean, this is a person who's descended from the sky and is now kind of like has touched ground at this point, touched grass, one might say, and is loudly announcing this to you all, and just very cheerfully, very happily, very excited. Um, and yeah, they're really hyped. And I think they're going to say, in order for me to uncover the true power of horses, of course I must, you know, I must absorb and consume this very horse sanctuary itself. I've done this with other places before, and now I'm going to do it with this one.
I'm
It's
less
all going to be
confident that this
perfectly
guy
fine.
has done it with other places. now that he's said that.
It's going to be perfectly fine. I'm an expert at this. I'm a professional. It's going to be perfectly painless. There's nothing to worry about.
I was
think,
on board when you were here to discover the true power of horses, but now I am completely off board. I am not here for this at all. I do not want you to take over this horse sanctuary. This horse sanctuary is a sanctuary for horses and for me. And I can't imagine somebody wanting to use the true power of horses for evil.
Yeah, I think the second they said that they wanted to take over the world, Miles was like, "Now wait a minute, that's not good," and like flourishes their sword.
Notably, Kelly was fine with them taking over the world as long as they didn't eat the sanctuary.
What's Mo's reaction to this?
I think Mo slowly looks from the like, are they still floating?
Yeah, I think at this point they're like hovering right above the ground.
So, slow glance from the hovering person to Miles, who is now like drawing their sword and bracing or what have you. Slow glance back, and then adopts somewhat of a ready pose. Like it takes deliberate effort for her to do so.
Ugh. Children, horses, lend me your ears. As the Lord Dressage General of the Dread Violet Kingdom, and it's soon to be one true ruler of the Daybreak realm, I would never use the true power of horses for evil. I would harness the pure and beautiful energy that this sanctuary provides. I would absorb it and then use it, and then the whole world would see horses and understand horses in the way that you and I do. And it would become a beautiful, perfect world of horses and people living side by side, being perfectly content, just under my reign.
If you know the most about horses, tell me 5 horse facts right now.
We need you to make a roll for this.
You
Great.
did also
Feels
say
like
harness,
hell.
which is also a horse pun.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
And rain. But can someone else take the bot? I can't send it again because it's too soon.
So I think this is a role essentially to intimidate / command the Lord Dressage General to actually answer your question. I think that's the vibe here. Do we think that this is more horse or more girl? What do you think, Miles?
Let me double check what the book says again. The book which I definitely
Being
have
a
open
girl is
right
like,
now.
that's okay. Listen, I'm gonna read it off. Girl is like good listener, having patience, hard worker, being gentle, toughing it out, picking things up, and thinking things through. Horse is extreme sensitivity, going apeshit, being stubborn, being very particular,
This
pulling
feels horse.
tricks, running really fast, and being really strong. Okay, great. Miles is like, I'm being a horse right now. Okay, sure. I'll take that.
It
So,
feels very like
um,
stubborn and defiant.
yes. Agreed. Girl is like, I'm strategizing. I'm picking things up. I will say, if you pick a sword up and do stuff with it, that's probably gonna be a girl roll. Okay. So 1d6, we're starting off with that. I don't know if you're prepared. What do you think?
No,
Okay.
this was
Um,
impulsive.
You are an expert at horses, but I don't know if you're an expert at talking to adults.
Probably not.
Probably not. So we're just solid 1d6. As a reminder, one of our donation incentives is that if you would like to donate a dice, to this roll to compel the Lord Dressage General of the Dread Violet Kingdom to say 5 horse facts. Feel free to donate. What did we say? $5? Yeah, $5 or more. Should you wish to add another roll to this dice, or dice to this roll, one might say. So okay, we have 1 dice. Does anyone want to help out with this?
I think Miracle Blood is going to, step up and just stand by, to the side of Miles and just, toss his head angrily.
Okay, does this count as helping for you?
Yeah, it's intimidation.
It's a very motivational head toss.
Listen, it's an intimidating head toss, an account of his mane
I've
being
got
so
the
beautiful.
power of horse and friendship behind me.
And
Exactly.
anime.
Anything can happen. All right, Rondo, let's roll that 1d6 to see how successful you are at helping. That's a 6.
Very.
Let's fucking go. Okay, awesome. What happens when we roll 6 again? Let me
I
read
get
my
the
own game.
benefits of the success.
Oh yeah, great, awesome.
It's slightly
So it's
better
gonna
than
be
rolling
2d6.
a 5.
Exactly. You're gonna reap any benefits from the roll. We've got 2d6 right now in the pool. Mo or Callie, would you like to help at all?
Oh, can help stack.
I've got that book of facts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
The
help
book of
stack.
horse
Fuck it, whatever.
facts. Yeah.
You do have the book of horse
Um,
facts.
Yeah,
You
so I
can
can
have to
check. I can check that they're actual horse facts. Yeah.
And not horse lies. Which are the worst kind of lie.
That's just true evil right there, lying about horses.
Oh yeah.
You can never lie about or to a horse.
It's true.
I think Mo is braced to help rescue Miles, should anything bad occur, but is not outright helping Miles in this moment.
Fair. This was not
Okay.
planned.
This is not a
Callie-
coordinated assault.
No, that would be a girl roll. Callie rolled a 5, which means that you do donate the 1d6, but you're gonna deal with any consequences that happen. So Miracle Blood is gonna reap all the benefits, and Callie's gonna deal with the consequences, and I think that's beautiful.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
This sounds about right. Yeah. So this is 3d6. And I'm sorry, Mo, you're also like bracing yourself to help. Would you like to formally help by rolling a dice?
No, should there be any consequences, she will help with that.
Oh, gotcha. You're ready to go. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, awesome. 3d6. Miles, let's do it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, okay.
How does this game work again?
Let's see. Yeah, let me
Yes.
remind myself. how
2
this game
dice
works.
under.
So you said this was a horse roll, and this was a horse roll, and the goal is to roll below your number. Miles, what's your number again? Is it 4?
4.
Okay, great. So in that case, we had 2 dice succeed. Okay, cool, awesome. So when we have 2 dice succeed because you rolled a 3 and a 1, and a 5, but in this case, a 3 and the 1 is the more important one. 2 of your dice succeed. You do it well. Good job. So I think, your sword is, being thrusted at this figure shrouded in violet. And
I know
you
the
are
genre they're from.
you are demanding that they name 5 horse facts. And Miracle Blood is like tossing his head and looking super intimidating. Callie's also trying to toss her head and look intimidating, and she's like mostly succeeding. But I don't know if anyone can be as intimidating and beautiful as Miracle Blood. So what are you gonna do? And Mo is like prepping for anything to go wrong. And I think that the Lord Dressage General is going to look directly at you, Miles, and just let out this like cackle, like you dare challenge me to name 5 pieces of horse lore? Foolish child. And let me just click into a link real quick. Um
He's definitely opening up the Wikipedia.
Horse fun facts.
According to GoodheartAnimalSanctuaries.com, 10 surprising facts about horses. So this is what the largest Dodge General says. They can walk shortly after birth. Horses have a unique digestive system, and I cannot stress enough, like like fingers are being like displayed every time a new fact is said, and like violet energy shoots from their hand. Horses have excellent memories. So that's 3. They have an almost 360-degree field of view. That's 4. And horses can sleep standing up. And then like this pure violet energy kind of glows in their hand. And I think that like you succeed in getting them to list horse facts. I'm gonna say the consequence is that by saying this, by announcing these sacred pieces of horse lore, their power only grows. Um, and I think that they're going to like launch this like violet energy ball into the ground, and it's not gonna like actually hit you. I think it's more just kind of like a display of power kind of thing. But Callie, as a consequence, I think some of the sparkles and like stickers that you have and stuff are gonna get a bit singed, and they're no longer going to look as
No,
sparkly.
not the glitter.
Oh no.
However, he is distracted by doing this, reciting this horse law.
100%. Oh yeah, Miracle Blood 100% has an opportunity. The benefit of this
Mhm.
Miracle Blood is that he's taking his time to announce all of this horse lore. That you of course know because you're a horse and you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Duh. And you have a moment, you have an opportunity here to take action.
Yeah. I think presumably he's like drifted slightly closer to the ground at this point, so they can declaim this horse law more. So I think just going to just charge up and rear up and kick him.
Yeah,
Awesome.
get him.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You just do it. You kick that guy. And I think like when I think it's interesting because like he wants to absorb the power of the horse sanctuary, and you're part of the horse sanctuary. So I think it's this interesting thing where like you do physically harm him. Like he goes from like floating slightly above the ground to also falling ass first into the mud. And he's now covered in mud also. And he looks like super gross and everything. Not super gross, but just like, muddy. And he is ruffled and he looks much less impressive now that he's not floating. But on the other hand, I think like when you kick him or when you do something to him, there's like a flash of purple in his eyes. And he does kind of like take in that energy. So he like absorbs the blow, parentheses, it hurts him, but it also helps him with his goal. Um and I think he's like he stands up after falling ass first into the mud, and he like brushes himself off and he draws himself up very, uprightly. And he looks at all of you and he's like, "Children, please, you don't have to make this so difficult. We want the same thing. We want a horse utopia. That is what I wish to bring to this beautiful world that you're in. I only wish to make it more beautiful. Why we don't need to be enemies. Believe me, you don't want me as an enemy."
anime reaction shot from Mo as she calmly walks forward directly in front of Miles between them
Aw.
and the anime villain. Internal monologue on white text on the background as she does so. This place is already my utopia because they are here. I will not let you hurt them. Eyes narrow. And she is just going to glower. She is just
Mhm.
staring this person down like, go ahead, make the next move. I dare you.
Excellent, wonderful. I'm assuming everyone else is also like, yeah, fuck this guy. um,
Yeah, I think Callie is like, you don't want us to be difficult. Well, I'm here because I'm difficult.
Only evil people say they want to take over the world. I've read books.
amazing. All right. So the Lord Jasaj, Pilot General, whatever the fuck his name is glowering. I think he goes from like kind of smiling in this like, condescending way to being like, "Oh, okay, all right." And I think he's going to say, "All right, well, I'm going to start off by doing something that I honestly don't think any of you are going to be very mad at, and we really can continue to be friends." He's going to snap his fingers. Austin is going to appear next to him. She's gonna have like she's gonna be like kind of like tied up, um, maybe lassoed, one might say.
Sure.
Um, and
I
I
don't
think that
think that's
counts
the
as a
part.
horse pun.
Reined
I
in.
think it's yeah, reined in. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. There we got that.
Mhm.
Listen, this plot is extremely original. Um, fantastic. Let's make it to 10 horse puns. That'd be awesome. Um, great. So I think Austin's kind of tied up and everything, and she's like trying to talk around a gag and all that stuff, and she's just like so pissed. And I think
Mhm.
the Lord General is like, well, obviously, absorbing the power of this magnificent sanctuary takes quite a bit of time and effort, and I would much rather start small with someone who doesn't particularly care about this place. Why not absorb her energy first and then move on to a better meal? You understand, she's an appetizer. Anyway, as I do this, this is a show of friendship.
People
This is
don't eat
me.
other people as a show of friendship. That's not how friendship works.
But she's a problem, and I'm taking care of it.
My horse is a problem, and I take care of him.
I think Austin is like looking at you and is still like really mad and also afraid. But is like,
Miracle
what?
Blood does nod at that.
Yeah, I am a problem. um, mm-hmm.
I
And
think
yeah.
I mean, just
I think
a
Mo.
reminder on the character sheet,
Mhm.
the pronouns are down as problem, and then he, him in smaller text.
That is very correct.
I think Mo does nudge Miracle Bud as like a this is your problem, fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You already attacked this girl once today. You can deal with her here. Bonk.
Yeah, and I think at that, nudging, I think I go for Lord Sarge General again.
Okay,
Just
how you doing
trying
it?
to just. I think at this point it's just trying to charge and trample.
Okay.
I think this time Mo
Um.
will back Miracle Blood up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like?
It's the like anime cut-in thing where Miracle Blood is leaping up, and then Mo is like a shadow directly behind them. Sorry,
Mhm.
behind Prod.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. All right. All right, Fee, you're gonna roll 1d6 to see how well you help out.
I definitely know how to roll dice in this. Do you not think this counts as prepared?
I don't know. You
It's
feel
just one d
prepared
six. It's
to?
not.
Yeah, it's
It,
Oh,
just
is it just a
1d6.
flat?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just a
it's just
flat.
help.
Fine.
It's
Yeah, cool.
not a normal roll.
All right, so you help out. You're just gonna get entangled in consequences.
Mhm.
Awesome, great. So we have that happening. So now, Rumda, you've got 2d6. You've got the one. You've got the one from helping. Do you feel prepared, and are you an expert?
I don't think I'm prepared, but I think definitely an expert.
I would agree with that.
I
Okay, 3d6.
yeah. 2
Okay.
successes.
Okay, 2 successes. Awesome. All right. So I mean, you do it. Good job. I listen. You trample this guy. I think you trample him. Here are the consequences. You go at him, and he is powerless against you and your sheer strength and ferocity. Mo as backup is like, he definitely tries to shoot like a purple laser beam or whatever, and Mo nudges Miracle Blood out of the way just in time. Like that kind of thing. And you go to trample this dude. You succeed. He's just, and I think what you notice is that you get so excited about trampling him, because your dream is to emerge triumphant and
Mhm.
bloodied from the battle.
Mhm.
Is he suddenly, like, it's just the purple cape, and that's it. That's all that's left. And at first you think in your horse brain, awesome, I did it. But then you realize that he's not there anymore, like his physical form's not there, and Austin isn't either. They have
Mm.
disappeared. Um and I think, Mo, you're getting entangled in these consequences. I think what this looks like for you, as I think you have the dawning thought of, like, what if that happens to Miles? And I think you feel this, like, greater sense of concern and urgency. Um and you feel, like, slightly panicked about the situation. But you know that the Lord Dressage General and Austin have mysteriously disappeared for the moment, leaving nothing but a violet cape behind. I think you definitely, you know what? Yeah, I think what you do, I'm not gonna, like, waste time being like, where did they go? Time to find them. Um, I think that you see, like, a series of purple sparks in the sky, and it's almost like it's like thundering and lightning, but instead it's all purple. Um, and the rain isn't purple. I just need to say that right now. This dude is not nearly as cool enough for Prince. Um, and um and I think, you see these, like, purple flashes in the sky, and it's, like, leading towards the farmhouse. So, there's this sense of, oh shit, maybe, he's actually he's actually kind of powerful, and he can't solely be defeated by a horse trampling him. What do you do?
You know, it's worth a shot.
100%, absolutely.
You miss
Okay, good.
100% of the tramples you don't attempt.
Exactly. Thank God we did get another Punch donation. Listen, shout outs to whoever donated for Punch. Punch is gonna come in and do something. Don't even worry about it. I've been thinking about that this whole time. We will decide together what that looks like when the moment strikes. Um,
Yeah,
did the
cut away to
donation
Punch having a
specify?
When the
very
mo-
comfy nap in one of those dog beds. If the
Yeah,
fish
that's the
allows
best
that,
way
of
to do
course.
Thank you, Mocha.
Thank you, Mocha. Like, truly, truly amazing.
Oh, thank you,
Mhm.
Queenside, for the $25.
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
Queenside. That's so kind.
Congrats on 7 years. Thank you. I
Oh,
know I
and
don't look it.
Eli did another 25. So here for Horse Girl info dumping.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Ugh.
Oh, and there was also 20 your dollars there from Punch Fan.
Oh fuck yeah! Thank
From
you.
Punch Fan?
That with no
That's so cute.
with no comment on. So
They
but
just
yeah.
love
That's
Punch.
fantastic.
Good for them.
This means that
They're
this means
right.
everything to me. I simply think that listen, the merch that comes out of this anime is obviously the pink crew neck with the college horse font.
Mhm.
And it's either do we want Punch to be like a patch that you add on to stuff, or do we want what does the Punch merch look like? This is my important question as I derail my own game. But it's always important to talk about Punch.
I like a patch or like an enamel pin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For me, the patch appeals slightly more because you get the
Yeah.
fuzziness, which like the enamel
Yeah.
Mhm.
pin can
Oh,
only
that's
give
a
you
good
so
point.
much of.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt, which is the word punch, but then the P is shaped like his head. And like his kind of,
That's so
butt.
fun.
That's really good. I love that. We have our crew neck, we have our hoodie.
And the
I mean,
P is like fuzzy.
technically, that is merch of Miracle Blood because they are based
True.
on a real Japanese grade 1 race winner, and they make plushes of those horses.
Oh my god, that's
for them.
amazing. Listen, Miracle Blood knows he's got plushies out there.
Uh-huh.
That's amazing. Okay. In conclusion, as we talk about our definitely future successful merch line for this game of Horse Girl, so you know that that the Lord Dressage General is heading to the farmhouse, and you're all most of you are genre savvy enough to be like, oh no, that's bad. So I'm assuming you're gonna make your way over there. Is there anything you want to do before you get to the farmhouse? Is there any preparing or anything, or are you just going full steam ahead?
I'm putting my helmet on.
Smart.
Ooh.
I think Mo is fussing over Miles, just like making sure they're okay, especially after that last glimpse of, well, this thing could take Miles at any given time. Just like nudging and like booping under their underarms and like, fussing
Yeah,
in a
I
way
think
they don't usually do.
Yeah.
I think Miles has taken a regular horse riding hat, but has put like a visor on it that looks like a stereotypical knight helmet visor.
I think
That's amazing.
as soon as the general like disappears, and they see the like sparkles, Callie like jumps on the back of Miracle Blood and is like, "Come on, we have to ride."
What's Miracle Blood's response?
I think, again, tosses his head and then just runs,
Mm-hmm.
runs where, Kelly's directing.
A fantastic moment of unity from two characters who are also each other's rivals.
Mhm.
Beautiful, perfect, amazing. Yeah, so I think that you all converge at the farmhouse. I was gonna say horse farm, but you're already there. You're at the farmhouse, and I think you bust in. And I think Kulon is nowhere to be found, which is concerning because they're like
Mhm.
one of the only adults here. Kulon is not here, and you're like, oh my god, what's happening? And instead, the adult that is here is, of course, the Lord Dressage General of the Dread Violet Kingdom. And I think that he is like glowing with his purple energy, and he keeps glowing, and he keeps getting bigger. Um, and I think he keeps getting bigger, and I keep think he's like clearly absorbing like the power of the sanctuary. And I think his form is shifting a little bit. Meanwhile, his hostage Austin just again continues to look absolutely miserable. But I think when you all do show up, there's a brief glint of hope in her eyes. Um, which I don't think any of you have seen her with that expression. I don't think you've ever seen her have hope before. And I think that's the kind of energy that's happening here. What do you do to try to prevent the Lord Discharge General from continuing to absorb the power of the sanctuary? You know now that like physically beating him up will hurt him, but it's not necessarily going to be the only thing that's going to like take him out. So what else do you guys do?
I think Callie is like, okay, so he's saying that he's like drawing his energy from the horse sanctuary, which must mean that he has some kind of special bond with a horse. He must have some kind of a special bond with a special horse. And maybe if we disrupt that bond and break apart their friendship, then he'll lose all of his powers. That's what happened in book 38, anyways.
Sounds good to me. But where's his horse?
I think Callie like looks at the horses, like maybe they will know.
My horse
Extremely
is
intelligent,
beautiful.
completely blank stare. Slow blink.
Meanwhile, the Lord Dressage General has been monologuing this whole time.
Mhm.
The bond I have with horses is eternal, magical, and precious. It fuels me, it powers me, it gives me life. It is the most important thing in the world. And soon it will be the most important thing in the entire world because I'm going to take it over. And it's going to be incredible. And the whole world will understand the power of horses. You're just continuing going on,
This guy has
Anyway,
huge
Miracle Blood.
Eggman's announcement energy. It's very confusing to me. Anyway,
This is great because I don't think I've ever played a Sonic game before.
It's more a meme than it is, actual Sonic stuff.
Oh, okay, good. I'm happy I'm channeling the meme.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't think Miracle Blood knows quite what to do. Striking
Is there,
and
like, a
charging at
tent
him
thing?
hasn't worked. And that's just confusing to him.
Yeah, he's like, well, violence didn't solve anything. What the fuck? What do I do now?
Yeah, I know. That's just fucked up.
Usually biting people just kind of
Okay.
does the job for me.
I
Yeah.
want to use my horse investigation skills, like
Okay.
in Disco Elysium, to try and locate this person's equine partner. I have the scent of them, so
What if
I
the
think I can thus.
punch?
Oh, damn. That's the worst possible timeline. I hope that isn't the case.
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
Punch has been an imposter the whole time.
No, that's definitely not what's happening. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay, excellent. All right, cool. Just checking.
Punch has not betrayed us.
Yeah,
No.
I'm trying to pick through every scent that my powerful horse nose can currently pick up to investigate anything new for signs of an equine partner. I would like to roll girl on this because it's the only thing I'm fucking good at. Which, I mean, it's a set of two,
I mean, listen, I get that you want to roll girl here, but you're using your
But you're
powerful
using your
horse
horse.
nose.
Yeah, I know, but there's horses have over 10,000% stronger smell than a human, and that would be overwhelming. But I'm using my immense cerebral power as an intelligent horse to do the thing I
Remus,
just said instead.
I think it's still a horse roll.
Son of a bitch. Okay, well then I'm definitely
Yeah,
going to fail it, but
unfortunately.
whatever. Piss.
No, we gotta believe.
I've got a 5. All right.
No. You have a 2 or something, right? Because
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Yes,
Uh,
sorry, I can never remember
so-
how this shit works.
I think Miracle's going to try and help if he can here. Just,
Yeah.
just trying to keep the Lord Dressage General busy while Mo does
That's a
thing.
good idea.
That does make sense. All right, Miracle Blood. Let's roll to help.
Miracle Horse.
There we go.
Miracle Hunt.
Okay, I am rolling my 1d6 because
Yeah.
I don't think Mo's prepared or an
Two.
expert.
No, you got 2d6. You have 2d6 because Miracle Blood is helping you out. Before you roll, does anyone else want to help? Looks directly at
I
the
would
audience.
like
You can do it.
to.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what Miles could do to help here, though.
Hey Fee, I think hey Fee, I think you should hold your horses before you
Yeah.
roll.
Mhm.
Good.
I think that
Good.
brings us
Another
up to
horse
10.
pun.
I think that brings us up to 10 horse bones. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, Miles. So, I mean, yeah,
Could
like
I help in the search, but obviously not with my horse nose, but with my
yeah, 100%.
human eyes?
Yeah, with the power of your human eyes and also just like your love of horses, I feel like you can, you know. That's the
can spot a
transitive
horse a
property.
Do it where a horse might be nearby.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So that's 1d6 to help.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome.
Hey.
5.
So both Miracle Blood and Miles are going to successfully help, but they will also be entangled in any consequences that occur. So
Let's go.
now
3d6.
no, I think
Hey.
let's fucking go. This is
I think
actually
I got
that
2
was
successes, is that right?
you got let me double check how my game works. I think you got 1 success because you rolled below you rolled a 1, which is
Oh,
below 2. But the
but I
good
did
news is
hit
that you
my
also
horse
rolled
girl number.
you did hit your horse girl number, so you're a horse girl, which means you can ask me an additional question. So, okay. If 1 dice succeeds, you barely manage it. I inflict a complication, harm, or cost. So you succeed, but by the skin of your teeth. Here in terms of trying to
The
track
skin of my
down
powerful horse-like teeth. And by
exactly.
horse-like, I mean 100% a horseful.
I was
The
about to
question
say. Mhm.
the question I want to ask is, how can I keep Miles safe?
Okay. So I think you're using your powerful horse nose. I think
Hang on, no, it
Miles is
is
helping.
how can I make sure Miles doesn't get taken from me?
Okay. How can I make sure Miles doesn't get taken from me? That is a good question. So I think like you're using your horse nose. Miracle Blood is distracting the Lord Dressage General. Miles is helping you scout out this other horse. And I think like you do smell like you know you've been here for years, you know what this place smells like and what the other horses smell like, and I think like you know you haven't actively used your nose like this in a long time, so you're just kind of like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? But like you do have a moment of, wait a second, something smells weird. And I do think that you are able, with the help of your compatriots, um to locate this horse. Um, can I have just again each of us have like list a little of the detail about the horse of the Lord Dressage General?
It's like a very dark, a very dark bay, but with like like or database have like very you know, just when the hit light hits it, you do just see that sort of like cinnamon highlights in the dark fur.
So we've got this horse is a dark coat. What else about this horse?
It contains the souls of over 19 previous horses.
Whoa. Has very elaborately braided mane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Every horse is immediately jealous upon viewing that mane.
It's an
What do you-
AoE.
What do you think, Callie?
Oh, I was muted. I said it's the second most beautiful horse in the world.
Damn.
Damn.
JoJo's posing, but they're horses.
Okay. So I think like out of a second portal up from beneath the farmhouse. So like the portal opens up under the floor, and out from under the floor comes the second most beautiful horse in the world, dressed in like full violet regalia, sort of like medieval art of horses, like for jousting kind of thing. And it's all like beautiful deep purple, definitely embroidered, and like has like fancy like sigils and stuff stitched into it, stitched into the fabric. The horse itself is the horse of course is this
Eh,
beautiful dark coat, um and these like this glossy fur and these like dark cunning eyes. This horse like is very, very smart. And like you all have the sense of like this horse is both very beautiful and very smart and also very wrong, because like I think everyone feels that like this horse opens its mouth to whinny, and instead of it being this sound that like clearly projects out, it almost feels like it's whinnying, and like the horse like Miracle Blood and Mo's energy starts to get absorbed into this horse. um and it is terrifying, and I think that this horse really is just kind of an attempt at the perfect horse. Um, and it is just going to continue trying to, it is always hungry, and it is always going to try to absorb the power of other horses. Um, and anyway, that's the Lord Dressage General's horse. Um, and I think it rears up and it whinnies, and it's like a fucked up whinny. Um, and I think that um what was I gonna say? So yeah, I think really the consequence here, actually, sorry, you asked how you can ensure that Miles isn't taken away from you, right? That's what you asked.
hmm
Um I think the obvious answer here is that this horse does not give a shit about Miles. This horse cares about other horses. This horse cares about you and your energy. So like so long as you are in the way of Miles, Miles is going to be fine. You just have to keep like being a shield, and it's totally fine. Also, your power is being drained from you and your essence is being stripped away. But like it's okay because Miles will be safe and Miles will be with you.
I think Mo like stumbles, but does like dart over to the side so that this thing is not in any way like confronting Miles. She is kind of capturing its attention where she can, despite being very immediately like faltering on her knees. She's an old horse.
She's an old horse. She's been through a lot. Miracle Blood. I think this is the first time anything like this has remotely happened to you. Do you feel some of your vitality being like, and your essence being like absorbed by this horse? What does that feel like for you?
Just feels bad, wrong, just doesn't, you know, just doesn't feel good in any way whatsoever. Just worst I've ever felt. Just I think he can't help but try and just charge right through, and even though he knows it's hasn't done much and probably is only going to make things worse. It's all he can actually think about.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, so you're just charging forward for this horse.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's going up and
Um,
just doing like a two, like strike with both hooves down, trying to do on it.
totally. I think simultaneously as this is happening, I think the Lord Dressage General is gonna start like chanting and is clearly preparing like a magic spell or whatever. And I think he's trying to speed up the process of absorption. Austin, I think, is looking weaker and weaker. I think that um, the farmhouse is kind of looking paler. Um, and I think like it's just the sun is just starting to set, and instead of it being this like typical kind of like orange, there's a purple tint um to the light as it streams through the
Hmm.
pale farmhouse. Um so we have Miracle Blood. I was gonna I keep going to say Miracle Horse. Your name is Miracle Blood, the horse.
Hmm.
We have Miracle Blood who's just, kind of panicking but also is pissed and is charging is charging Lord Dressage General's horse. Um what is everyone else doing to try to defeat this threat?
I think I want to use my sword to untie Austin.
Okay, okay.
I'm
Solid.
like, if I can get Austin away, then Lord Dressage General can't absorb her horse girl energy. Not that she
Weak
has
as
a
it
lot of
is.
horse girl energy.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. No, totally, yeah. I mean, she's like the first one. She's the first victim. Um, so yeah, that makes sense. So you're trying to cut Austin free. Um, Meanwhile, we have Miracle Blood charging the horse. Um, what are the other two doing? What are Mo and Callie doing about this?
Trying to keep the evil
Um,
horse's attention.
Mm, yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say kind of this a similar thing for the dressage general. I think Callie is just like I don't have this all in my head right now, but I think Callie is just like yelling about the true power of horses at the
Oh yeah.
dressage general. Like, you don't fucking understand what the true power of horses is. You're talking about taking over the world and absorbing horses. Nobody who ever understood the true power of horses would ever want to absorb a horse. That's just so messed up. I can't I and
Hmm.
yeah, she's
Hmm.
just like yelling at him about this.
Totally
I
awesome.
think I think Mo rushes forward and like kind of locks shoulders with the evil horse and is trying to literally kind of like brace it in pace while visibly getting weaker as she does so.
Mm. Um, Excellent. Awesome. Y'all are heroes. Mo and Callie, do we want to count these actions as like basically helping Miles and Miracle Blood like do their things? Or would you rather
I'll
these
help
be like
Miles.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean you're
I guess,
keeping the
does
horse.
it make more sense for me to help Miracle Blood and for you to help Miles because
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm
Sure.
also dealing with the evil horse?
Yeah, like you're more
I
I would say that this counts as you helping out Miracle, but obviously you're always helping Miles. But mechanically speaking,
Mhm.
I think that this is yeah, okay, awesome. So you add a dice to the pool. there's just an added consequence, or sorry, you are caught up in any consequence that happens. Oh boy,
Which build
a
appropriate.
2.
Oop.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay. So Callie rolled a
I'm sure that's fine,
2.
right?
Listen, we had to
Nothing,
get a
nothing
failure at
bad
some point.
happens.
Okay. So failure. It's just straight up you failed. I don't think you contribute any dice, and I'm
Mhm.
also going to say that you get caught up in any consequence that happens. I think like
Mhm.
you know your passion for horses is there. It is always there, and I think that but I think that as you are yelling, the chanting gets louder, and the spell work becomes more complex, and you get the sense that you're being drowned out right now, and you're not being listened to. Um, but that being said, Miles, you still obviously have this opportunity, to
Yeah.
try to free Austin. Okay, let's do Miracle Blood's roll first. So
Okay.
Miracle Blood is like, I feel like shit, and I'm a shit kicker, and fuck you.
Mhm.
So we have 2d6, one from just base, and then one from helping.
Mhm.
Again, I don't know if you're prepared, but you are an expert. So does 3d6
Yeah.
sound fair to you?
Yep. Definitely sounds fair.
Awesome. And this is definitely going to be a horse roll.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Fuck. Okay, 3 successes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Uh
Fuck yeah. If 3 dice
huh.
succeeds, you get a critical success, and I tell you
Woo.
some extra effect you get.
Oh, hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Um, I think I do. Okay, before we talk that all thing out, I do want Miles to roll, and then we can deal with both of those
Mhm.
rolls if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Miles.
Yeah.
All right. So Miles, you've got 1d6 to start. Callie tried to help you, that did not work. Do you feel I don't think you're prepared unless you tell me how you're prepared.
I think the way I'm prepared is that over the month of being here, I've been sharpening my sword
Okay.
Oh
Good.
shit.
Fuck
so that I
yes.
can
I'm
actually
obsessed.
use it to cut the ropes.
I'm obsessed with this child. Okay, great. So in that case, yeah, sure. Fuck it. 3d6.
It's not like super sharp, but it's sharp enough
No.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're an expert. Content
No.
wise, yes. Physically, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And do we
So
think this is girl?
I think it's girl.
Yeah.
You're picking things up.
Yeah.
And you're thinking things through. So I would say this is a girl roll, and you want to get what the fuck do you want to get? You want to get a what do you want to do with the girl roll? Fuck. I know my own game.
Above?
Yes. You want to get above your number.
And my numbers are 4 and 2d6.
3d6 because you're prepared. Oh, sorry. Nope, 2d6 because the help didn't work. Yep, you're right. 2d6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. One success. Um, one success, you
Rolled a
barely managed
2 and a
it.
6.
I inflict a complication armor cost. Okay, great. Let's start off with Miracle Blood's wild success, critical success. So all right, you're gonna barge on in, and you're gonna just go slam both hooves, on this horse, and I think you successfully tear some of the fabric away. And I think
Mhm.
the more that you do that, the more that this horse becomes less it becomes less solid and less physical. And because it's the idea of the most perfect horse in the world more than anything else. Is it a
Mhm.
real horse? Who can say? Stares into the middle distance. Um but I think that you definitely deal damage. Hey B, do you want to read the message you just wrote
I just said Callie failed her help roll because the two most beautiful horses in the world are fighting.
out?
He's right.
This is
Yes, fair.
extremely fair. Listen, I get it. Who wouldn't be deeply upset about that? Um so yeah, I think so Miracle Blood, the critical success, yeah, the extra effect you get. I think that you are a much more real horse than the Lord Dressage General's
Mhm.
horse is. Um, and I think like the extra effect you get is that you like get your vitality and your horse like your horseness back. I mean, you had it before, but you know what I mean. Like it's returned to
Mhm.
you. Um, and I think that the more real you are, the more yourself you are, the more horse you are, the more, effective you are at kicking this horse's ass.
Mhm.
Um, and what's the music that plays as this horse kicking continues?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it a return? I never mind. We're saving that for later. Continue. Sorry.
Um, what, no, I think it's just racing fanfares.
Good. Excellent. Um, Wonderful. So I think that's happening. Meanwhile, Miles is like, okay, I've been sharpening my sword for a month and I'm trying to get Austin free, and you barely manage it. Callie is distraught because the two most beautiful horses in the world are fighting. Meanwhile, the Lord Dressage General is casting the spell. What is happening? Um, and I think that um as this is all occurring, you do manage to break Austin free like just in time before she like fades completely and is absorbed
Oh
into the
boy.
purple aether. Hmm?
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, listen, you do it just in time, so she's okay now. And you so you do this just in time, and she is like so small. She feels so small against you, and she's just like weak and upset. And
You gotta find the love of horses inside you. We've gotta beat this guy.
it's just really really weak. Horses they scare me. Horses are scary. I don't want to get hurt.
But if you're friends with them, they won't hurt you.
I don't have any friends.
Well, we could be friends.
But you're like lame.
I guess we can't be friends
Beginning to
then.
see why she doesn't have any
Okay.
friends.
It's a real mystery. I think she
Yeah, I
does.
guess.
She does mumble
Yeah.
like "thank you" very quietly. You can barely hear it. But she does say thank you. To like helping her out and saving her life or whatever. Um, I think she's like um do you really think I could be friends with a horse?
I'm friends with plenty of horses.
Maybe
Is
I
Pete Bow
am.
not your friend?
I think there's like a moment where she's kind of staring off into space and then she looks at you. Um I think she just starts crying. I don't and this is like beyond like the angry tears. This is just sad. Um and I think she's crying, and she's curling up in a ball. Um Also, you know, You do barely manage it. There are consequences to your action.
Mm.
I think. Hmm. I think that the more interesting thing is if you were kind of like pulled away from the action for a moment and
Yeah.
you have to help Austin summon Pete Bow um to assist because she's like too weak and in her feelings to do it on her own. And so like you're kind of helping her with that instead of dealing with the mounting power of this spell that is about to be cast.
Yeah, that
Um,
sounds right.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Um, I guess here's a question. We have about half an hour left. We're gonna be wrapping up pretty soon.
Mhm.
Do we want that to be its own role, or do we just kind of want to like narrativize um what goes on with that?
Which bit?
The helping Austin summon a horse.
Oh,
Mhm.
I think that's sweet. I also think it's a girl role, and we've not had many girl roles.
That is
Mhm.
true. Let's do a girl roll.
I just
Uh,
rolled girl.
um,
Do
hmm.
another one.
This is true. Miles did just roll girl.
Alright, fair enough.
I
Concern
can
with
try
role.
again.
Hmm. Let me look through. I guess technically it could be a horse roll because like you're trying to summon a horse, and you're channeling horse energy. But what do you think, Miles? What kind of vibes are you feeling for this role?
I think it feels more horse to me, because it's very much like I think Miles can't comprehend the like not wanting to be friends with a horse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and it's very much like, well, here's the ways I interact with horses. We're gonna,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think you're like very like kind of coaching her through this process. Um, Callie,
Yes.
obviously you're very distraught about the two most beautiful horses in the world fighting,
Hmm.
which is fair. I will say Miracle Blood looks more beautiful than the Lord Dressage General's horse right now. For
Hmm.
sure,
Mhm.
100%. You can draw some strength in that. Um, but I guess here's my question to you. Do you want to continue to try to stop the Lord Dressage General's spell, or do you want to assist with Austin summoning a horse?
I think I want to try to stop the spell. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Does anyone want to help Miles? Help Austin?
I do think I'm too busy fighting the Lord
yeah.
Dressage General's
Yeah, you
horse.
are. You are shit kicking a fake horse, as a horse that has absorbed other horses. For sure.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Mo,
just
you've
roll it.
yeah.
I
Okay,
think
cool, cool.
everyone's busy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally
Yeah,
fine.
I think that feels honest. I think Mo is occupied.
Agreed. Okay, awesome. Ah, and okay. So you get the 1d6, and then I think you're not prepared, but I think you are an expert.
Hell yeah.
So let's do 2d6.
2d6.
Let's go. Okay, awesome. All right.
That's a
So,
success and a horse girl,
oh yeah, because your number's 4,
because my
right?
number's 4.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, that's okay. Once again, You barely manage it. Stuff happens, you get consequences, but you also get to ask me a question. Do you want to ask a question first, or do you want me to describe what's going on?
I think describe what's going on.
Okay, totally fair. So, okay. I think that you are helping Austin summon this horse, Pete Bow. And I think like it just looks like her like yelling this horse's name, but like I think like you're like coaching her through it. You're talking about like your bond between you and Mo and how it just feels really right to ride her and no other horse, and like she's beautiful and you love her. Um and I think like through your sheer passion and enthusiasm and like kindness, I think you're finally starting to get to Austin a little bit. And I think
Yes.
like underneath all of the like brattiness and middle school cruelty, she is just really scared. And she's scared of horses and she just has no idea what she's doing. Um and I think like she's starting to listen to you, she's starting to nod. So this is, it's this is like kind of like an anime, and like, it's simultaneously this mundane but also like super heroic action that's going on. What does it look like from Miles's point of view when Austin summons Pete Bow? Like what's the cool like flourish thing that happens?
I think Pete Bow comes running in and also has like some of the other horses
100%.
with
Oh, I
them.
like that.
Yeah, coming to help out, bringing the whole herd in.
Absolutely. Love it. I think Peepo is leading the pack, the herd, and then other horses are like behind. They all look super determined and like they are listening to Austin. They are heeding her call with obviously your help and support. Um, and I think it's this beautiful moment of unity and togetherness. And I think this is the first time when Pete Bow and Austin look at each other and they aren't afraid of one another. Um,
Oh.
and it's this like very soft, powerful moment of connection that they have. And yeah, Peepo has come to the rescue with the other horses, is ready to help out. Awesome, we love it. So that's what's going on. What's your question? Slash, you can also save it for later if you want.
I might save it for later.
Totally fair. Um, cool. Just know that you have that in your back pocket whenever you want to dole it out. Um, awesome. So we have that going on, and I think, do we think that my thought is that the horses are banding together, and they're also contributing to kicking the shit out of the horse.
Mhm.
Are you good with that, Miracle Blood?
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet,
If they're following my lead, definitely.
awesome. I just wanted to make sure that your ego wasn't gonna get bruised in this process. Like we all know that you could have taken him by yourself.
Yes.
Um,
However,
but
but this is then the herd following my lead, even though I'm so young.
this is true.
So that this is, uh, yeah.
Yeah. No, this is true. There are you they are listening to you right now, and you're like, oh yeah, finally.
Hmm.
They see the light. Um, okay. Mo, how are you doing right now in this moment?
Still pretty weak, but I think the other horses sort of banding together have kind of taken the attention off of her a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't quite have that like degree of focus, and like your energy isn't totally being sapped right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it is like pushing back up into a standing position. So right now, Miles has just helped with the ritual. The other horses are ganging on the bad horse of evil. What is
Yes.
the Violet Duke currently doing?
The Violet Duke Dressage King Lord, whatever the fuck, he is in the process of casting a spell that will like more quickly absorb the power of the horse sanctuaries. He's basically like, I'm
Oh,
gonna
he's
speed this
still
shit up.
doing that, huh? How is
Yeah,
he
he's still
doing
doing
that?
that.
Is it like hands in the air? Is it like reading from a book? Is it what?
I think it would be really funny if he was reading from a book that looks like the same book that Callie has about horse trivia. Um and but it's like, it's I think it's a horse trivia book, or like, you know what, I'm gonna say it's like the horse encyclopedia I had as a kid. And it's like these beautiful illustrations of horses and like details about them, but it's all like in the style of like really fancy like European medieval texts, where like it's illuminated and shit. um and there's like a lot of
Oh,
ornate artwork and things like that. um anyway, he's reading off of this book, and I think like he's continuing to get like larger, and like his form is shifting, and he's becoming like more and more powerful. And he's definitely at this point he is ready to the spell is almost complete. He's ready to chow down and just like absorb everyone's energy. Um come what may. So I think that's what he's up
well,
to.
I'd
And he's
rather
also
that
just
not happen.
yes, yes, of course. And I will say the spell muttering is like a combination of, just fantasy bullshit language, but it's also interspersed with random horse facts.
Is he? So the book seems essential to the spell.
Yes.
I'm going to try and take the book from him.
Okay.
Just
Awesome.
maybe like if he is rising back up into the air, like gallop forward, a surprisingly elegant leap into the air, considering no one around here has ever seen Mo fucking do a jump. Like kind of
Mhm.
rigid old legs, like fucking, clattering against the floor. And yeah, I'll try and
Hey, V, you know who's also really good at taking paper from people?
holy shit.
Let's fucking go.
No, like, it's like, I mean, whatever.
Oh
Um,
no. Fear you robot
you
for
should
just me or for
take a pen.
everyone?
For
Oh yeah.
everyone.
Uh,
Oh, hang on. Let me actually.
it's 5,000.
Ah, user may be having trouble connecting to the call. I see.
Okay. Am I bad as well? Because I. Oh.
Yay, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay. I
same.
think the
Okay,
server
there
just
we go.
refreshed there because
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
at
that was the
5,000.
Discord
I was at
server
5,000 ping, and now I'm
Wow.
at 12.
Likewise. Likewise.
Fucking amazing. Okay, no problem. I mean, listen, that's the power of Punch.
Punched warped reality for a second.
That sounds right.
So I think what happens, and Fee, I definitely want you to finish your thought. I just want to say that like as Mo is like he does a fucking jump and is like rearing up and everything and is ready to do battle and get this book. I think we hear it starts off distant, but then it gets very loud very quickly. The drums, only the drums of I Am the Tiger. And I think what we see is Kulon like sprinting, and you have never seen Kulon sprint. They are a large, like heavy set, middle-aged person. They are fucking booking it. Um, and tucked under their arm is a Punch who is like trying to gallop also with her little hooves. Um, and so what happens is that Kulon busts into the farmhouse and literally just like chucks Punch towards the book slash Mo. And Punch is out for blood. And is ready to do whatever is necessary to assist. Anyway, Fee, what were you saying?
Yeah, something very similar. It was Mo galloping up and basically kind of fainting and being like, as he tries to bail in one direction to avoid Mo going for the book, Punch is fastball specialed into him from the other side.
There we go, 100%. I'm just gonna say that fuck it. This is just a help roll that just succeeds because I can do that. So I think that also Punch is an expert at this. Were they prepared? I would say so. I think he's been waiting his whole
Yeah,
life to do
they had
something
a
like
run
this.
up.
He had a exactly. He had a run up, and she's the unofficial self-appointed guardian of the horse sanctuary. So what are you gonna do? Like, she's been prepping for this. Punch, for the record, is a very fluffy, very dense miniature horse, who just the hooves and wherever they go, just imprints in the ground. They were originally originally meant to be like a children's like petting zoo kind of animal, and that definitely did not work out. So now they're out to pasture. Anyway, sorry, I just say to someone, I was explaining for someone in the stream, is like, who the fuck is this? Um and Anyway, Punch's triumphant return from fetching the mail. In the other tucked beneath the other arm, Kulan does have the mail that Punch picked up at like 4 a.m. Anyway, so I think that, this feels horse to me. Unless you really want to try to tell me it's girl.
No, I think it's horse. I think she's just gonna be bad at it. So is this a free
Can
help
I
from Punch
help?
essentially?
Yeah, it's a free help from Punch. So you start off with 2d6. Yeah, Miles, how are you gonna help out with this?
I think my pitch for helping is as I'm sort of like running back from helping Austin and the horses arriving, I like leap onto Mo's back, and it's like that extra reassurance and comfort of being together.
Oh, I like
Mm,
that. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
really sweet. I love that. So you're gonna roll 1d6.
Mo internal monologue. I feel 1d6 better. I still don't think that's any successes though, is it?
Yeah, I just rolled a 3. Oh fuck. Okay. Um Unfortunately, the help did fail. I think like in this case, it's not that you don't draw comfort from each other and that your bond isn't powerful, because of course it is. Um I think that your extra weight on Mo right now is like straining
No.
her.
Oh no.
Um cause you're an old lady and you haven't jumped in a million years. Um and so I think like it's a little tricky to maneuver in the way that you want to right now, and I think you physically feel how tired you are. Um okay, Fee, you already rolled your 3d6. That's a 4, a 3, and a 3. And I think because you were rolling horse, you wanted to roll below your number, and I think your number is a 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that is a failure. Um Unfortunately. So, oh man. Punch still gets fastball specialed into this dude. I think that let me see. Yeah, I say how things get worse somehow. All right. We're really doing the 11th hour here. So, I think that um Punch gets Punch gets fastball specialed into the Lord Dressage General and is going for the book, but he like maneuvers just in time to get out of the way, and Punch gets absorbed into the Lord Dressage General. Which, listen, he's reaching his like big boss final form right now because Punch single-handedly contributed to that. And I think the other thing that happens with Mo specifically, I think like as he transforms into his like final boss form, which I think looks kind of just like this sort of like tokusatsu-esque kind of purple cape, big ol' helmet crown, sort of like a
Mhm.
jockey's uniform combined with like a typical kind of like anime villain outfit. Um and I think all of that just gets more and more accentuated. I think he becomes much larger. I think he becomes sort of like not quite not like a full-on like centaur, but I think that his features kind of become more and more horse-like, not to the point where he like becomes a horse, but like he just kind of looks like a monstrous horse person. Um like what if a horse was worse? And also
Mhm.
really big, and definitely,
Mhm.
cackling and purple eyes and all that shit. Um and I think Mo specifically and Miles, how do you guys get wrapped up in this? I think for a brief flicker of a moment, you both experience what it would feel like for your bond to be broken um and severed. Um what does that feel like for each of you?
She's
Despair.
already gone through that once.
Mm.
It is very much, cut away to much younger Mo, with someone saying goodbye to her and kind of sadly petting her side as she, like, her eyes kind of widen and her nostrils flare. And yeah, they leave the scarf tied around her neck and leave.
Oh.
Hey, can I cash in my question?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Um, what's the best way to take down this guy? This gentleman.
I think the best way to take down this guy. Fuck, good question. I wish I had already with the power of horse friendship, of course. I think like multiple ways. Reaffirming and recommitting to your bond to each other, obviously. And that just in general, all of you can do that. And then also, I think just like I want each of you to I don't even need it to be a roll. Fuck it, we can just make this happen. It's the last
Mhm.
9 minutes of the stream. I
Mhm.
think I want each of you to tell me a memory, like a specific memory that you've had at this horse sanctuary. And I think again, like the more real your experience is, the less real he becomes. Um so I think like yeah, tell me a specific and impactful memory that you have with each other at this horse sanctuary that you've been at the past like month.
I've got one if people need time to think.
Go for it.
I think sort of on one of the first nights, here Miles has a bad dream and wakes up to Mo like at the window of their room.
Mhm.
And like opens the window so that she can stick her head in, and they just kind of pat her until they feel better and like they can go back to sleep.
Mhm.
Oh, I like that. I think for Mo it is just getting to spend that time again. I don't think she's had that feeling with anyone for a long, long time, and I think it is literally just the same shots of like, at the beginning of the episode where she's following Miles around doing everything while Miles is talking. and just kind of mows unfaltered. She has a fairly like stony face, but I think it is just like in the anime version we see the like tear bleeding around her eyes. You know, she is like doughy eyed at that.
Her big wet horse eyes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think we were good probably, not that long ago, probably like just after the first time, Kelly, he let Kelly ride him. They're there, you know, in his stall. I think the blanket is around Kelly, and she's just there, just braiding his mane.
Yeah, I think it might be the same memory for Callie because I feel like that's like the first time that she felt like he like let her take care of him. Um, I also I have an idea for like a thing I want Callie to be doing as this is like all coming.
I'm so sorry. I meant to circle back to you.
Oh, no worries.
Say more. What are you doing?
I just had I think Callie is like, do you want to hear some horse facts? Fact number 1, horses are majestic. Fact number 2, horses are my best friends. Fact number 3, horses and their riders have the strongest bonds in the entire world, and absolutely nothing can break them. And she's just committing to the power of their bonds together.
That's amazing.
That rules.
That's really sick. This is one of those moments. Yeah, fuck it. I think like through the sheer power of your collective bonds with each other, with the sanctuary, I think we also have a moment where I think for Kulon, it's just kind of getting to honor their wife's memory with this sanctuary, and I think there's a brief moment of like during like a week or two ago, one of the like big family meals or whatever that y'all have together, and I think they're just kind of looking at you all with like a fond exasperation. And I think for Punch it's getting to have a purpose, and be left to their own devices kind of, and they take their male task and their guardianship very seriously, and I think even for Austin, who has had a miserable time, I think kind of seeing her own fear reflected in Pete Bowe's eyes was kind of an illuminating experience. Um and I think and someone came to save her, and I don't know if she's had that before. So I think that with all of this collective energy and with this like deep and genuine love for horses, for each other, for the sanctuary, I think that even as the illuminated manuscript of this horse book, spell book, fact book glows intensely and he takes on this terrible form, I think that the more that you remember and the more that you reaffirm to each other that you're important and that you matter, I think he starts off really big and terrible and scary, and I think he starts getting paler and paler. Also, I cannot stress enough that all of the horses are kicking the shit out of this fake horse. Meanwhile, while this is all happening, and I think it's this moment of connection and unity, and eventually the Lord Dressage General just keeps trying to talk, and he just fades away. And I think that all that's left is a tiny scrap of purple fabric, and the illuminated manuscript spellbook, horsebook, fact book.
Look.
Yeah, exactly. And that has been our game of Horse Girl. I think because I'm gonna say, Remus, I hope it's okay. Because we started a little late, can I go over by a couple minutes?
I'm not at the power to make
Oh
these
fuck, Cindy's
decisions,
the one who's
but
doing
I
that.
think it's
Shit.
fine.
The only thing that I have left to do, is ask you both. You've kind of answered this already, but I'm just gonna reaffirm and ask this again. The girl and horse ask each other, "What have we learned about our bond?" Um, and I think I want to kind of do like um a flash forward almost to the end of the summer, when this program is wrapping up and you've had the listen, that was month one, and you've had these different experiences. um what have you learned as you say goodbye for now?
I
Does
just
it matter
realized
who
I
goes
wasn't
first, or
muted while using texted just then, and that might have been picked up on my
No worries. V, did you have a question?
does it matter who goes first?
Nope.
I think Mo thinks that Miles is a worthy knight, and that she's probably not as young as she used to be.
Aw.
That's fair.
I think Callie feels like the descriptions of bonds between horses and their riders, all the descriptions that she's read just pale in comparison to the real thing.
Yeah, totally.
I think for Miles, when they're picked up by their parents see how happy they are and sort of come to some sort of arrangement for Miles to come out and spend time with Mo. Probably not super regularly because it's annoying to get out here, but like once a fortnight or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think for I think probably it's gonna be just double check. Probably that with Callie at a racecourse.
Mm-hmm.
Callie's obviously this the late summer here, Septemberish time probably. After everything's all finished. Callie unfortunately is 1000% too young to be actually riding. Unfortunately,
Yeah. Well,
it's
training and all that.
yeah, but probably at the point where she could actually still be the groom in the racecourse, especially if I actually think I did actually look things up, and if this is probably just after her 14th birthday, just because that's
Yeah.
generally the youngest time they can be a junior groom like this. So,
Nice.
and
Totally.
yeah, and he wins. Wins his first maiden race.
Excellent. I love that. And I think Callie's parents are in the stands and they're cheering super loudly. And they're very excited. I think we get a shot of Austin leaving. And I think over the course of the summer, I don't think y'all are like best friends, but you have a kind of friendship and relationship with each other. And I think the shot we get is Austin giving out her address so you guys can be pen pals. Um and
Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
yeah, like, and she's trying really hard not to show how desperate she is to keep in touch. Which means that she sounds kind of mean if she gives out her address. Um, and I think Pete Bo, Pete Bo is still kind of skittish and awkward and nippy. But I think that there's a moment where um like Austin goes to say goodbye and just like fully arms around the neck of this horse. Um and yeah, and then I think it's Kulan kind of waving goodbye and Punch letting out the loudest, deepest whinny you've ever heard a horse make. Um and then you all, you get on some of you obviously are horses and you stay behind, but um Callie and Miles are on the ferry and they're on their way. And that has been Horse Girl. Yay!
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Um, thank you all so much for joining me at this weird and wacky hour. For tuning in, for listening, for donating, of course, all of you for playing. Thank you, Cindy, for hosting. We super appreciate you. As a reminder, I think we came up with a total of 10 horse puns.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
I'm gonna match because it's $1 each, so it's 10 bucks. I'm gonna chip that in.
I'm gonna
Um,
also match that.
awesome. If anyone else would like to join me in doing that, thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you all so much. This has been an absolute delight. The next game that y'all will be hearing / watching is Starfinder, which I don't think is an animal game.
There better
um,
be some animals.
there better be some, at least one.
Listen,
I'm
in
certainly
space, either
playing a
everything is
little
an animal
creature.
or nothing is an
Yeah.
animal.
Okay, good.
You hear that, Starfinder? There better be one animal in that game. But thank you all so much. I love doing this stream every year, and it is an absolute
Mhm.
delight and a joy to participate in. Please continue to donate to PCRF as you are able, and share the donation information as you are able. And we all just really appreciate you being here. So thank you so much. And Cindy, you can take us out to pasture.